Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Friday Night Lights. We are going to be doing the clip contest drawing at the end of the session. Whoever wins the prize is going to be getting a set of Mosaba-themed dice at the end of the session. We will be sending that out. We have very few entries, so stick around for that. It's going to be really cool. In fact, we only have 3 participants in April, so...
oh, shit.
Yeah. But if you know someone who wants to play a Gmeric game, send them my way. I'd love to talk to them about either getting on the wait list or getting into a one-shot. I will be doing some one-shots coming up, so look for those announcements first on Patreon, which is over at patreon.com/gmeric, and then over in the Discord, so check all that out. We also have the GM tip videos, archives, and podcasts over on YouTube. If you do watch that stuff, do hit the thumbs up. It does help me out a ton. It does get the word out there. We also have the clip contest that has just started. So we've got a new clip contest starting for May. Toss those clips and timestamps into the clip contest channel. You'll be automatically entered to win a really cool prize at the end of the month. All right. Well, we are going to get you guys started because we've got lots to cover today. You guys are adventuring in the lands of Toivoa. Specifically, you are down here in the southwest in Shatter Shaddai, where you have come seeking a way to revenge Neve Dorcatus, as she has been poisoned and drained of power in order to fuel a temple of Cateus. She's currently indisposed after having taken possession of one of the members of the Batim, the ruling magocracy of the town. Last week, you were working on collecting books in order to fulfill a deal that Tyro made with a female Rakshasa. To that end, you went to the home of Lady Saravel Duvain and participated in a entertainment with her, and subsequently performed a, how should we say, artistic study in the case of most of the party. Gaining you modeled nakedly for Lady Saravel Duvain's artists.
Vogue for me, baby.
Rendered wonderfully, one may say.
Indeed. So, as you guys have just been painted, not upon, but your images drawn and artfully rendered, you guys are able to recollect your clothing and equipment. Are you ready to depart the establishment of Lady Saravel Duvain?
Lucy, I think will take Lady Duvain to the side and ask for a copy of her print.
She's going to look at you. A copy? Well, I suppose we could have one made, of course. After all, we wouldn't want to be on your bad side. I'll ensure that Renario has it delivered.
By the way, Eric.
Excellent.
Yes.
Kier's avatar is not showing up on the Twitch stream.
I will figure out why.
Yeah. Yeah, Tyrannus is just sitting on the couch, still in lizard form, but he's taking a nap.
Hey Tyro, wake up! You know how people can tell who you are by what you look like?
He just nods.
You want to be a different race?
Just slowly head turns. And just mouths, why? Doesn't say anything, just mouths it very slowly.
I was just thinking, seeming, I can only cast it for 8 hours a day. Reincarnation is for the rest of your life.
Violently shaking his head.
Understood.
Just looking forward. He's awake now.
I will never speak of that again. Unless you happen to die somehow. And it's the only way to bring you back.
Just without looking, pats her on the leg, and just looks forward.
Happened to die somehow.
God damn it!
Messes up my kitchen again. He's gonna die.
All right. So, how long have they been in the what do you call it? How long did it take for them to get painted?
Part of
Eric.
3 hours.
Okay, yeah. Tyranius definitely fell asleep. So as they come out. Oh wait. At what point do you ask that of Tyranius, Hecken?
Yeah, towards the end.
Okay.
When I'm getting bored.
I'm getting bored. Pokes the Dragonborn.
You want to die?
Yes. Oh wait, you mean in the game? No.
Not like that.
It can be arranged.
I live in Australia. You'll have to get in line.
With all the bugs and other wildlife.
And
With
the
the
snails.
thing around him.
Scooter.
Yeah. So
Okay,
Tyranius.
so we've got our book.
All right. Now, which book was this one again? Because Tyranius was the one who grabbed it.
This one, pulling it up. This was the one, I believe. This was the Guide to Necromancy.
Awesome.
Yes.
So we got the guide.
Idiot's Guide to Necromancy.
Right. We got the Idiot's Guide to Necromancy. We have the Way to Self-Confidence. You need Basic Magic for Dummies.
I'm sorry, no, this is Basic Magic for Dummies. I'm sorry. I
Right.
got my-
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, this
Yeah,
is the
'cause
Basic
it's the one
Magic
that
for
was
Dummies.
old.
It's the one that was taken out, yeah.
All right. Now we need to find.
Now you
The
need the
other
Idiot's Guide to Necromancy.
And remind me if I'm wrong searching through my notes here, but we don't have a lead for that one.
Correct.
Right, I brought up talking to the person in charge of books, and I got told it was a bad idea.
At the library?
Remind us?
Yep. It was the person who knew Tyro, and I said we should ask her where the location of the last book is, and I got told that it was a bad idea.
Do you remember why?
Because Tyro knew her and pissed her off.
Oh.
I didn't piss her off.
You're
That
very
really just sounds like a
insistent
Tyro
to piss people
thing.
off. You don't try to fight against this. I distinctly says that it says you pissed her off in my notes.
The day you blew up the tower, you definitely messed up her makeup. That's what happened.
Wow.
You know what? Not even going to question that. So yeah, I think we should just ask her, like maybe, yeah.
I think Granag should probably ask her. I don't think Tyro should be near anybody asking her anything.
Who's Tyro?
Yeah,
Tim.
To be fair, I've been speaking strictly out of character at this moment.
You haven't done
That's
your voice.
also fair.
It's good to have a voice and to be known when you're in and out of character.
I'll re-up the telepathic bond when we're all back together.
All right.
Anyway, over the telepathic bond, seeming has a duration of 8 hours. We're quite a few hours into the day.
Yeah, I need to head back.
You said it was like 6 p.m. at the end of last session, I believe,
sir.
by the time we were done getting painted?
Yep.
Excellent.
Which means he's got about an hour left.
Yeah, Tyranius
Perfect.
is Tyranius is gonna get up and like go to the door. Wait for the rest of them though.
Lucy's gonna do air kisses with Lady Duval again, and then he's like, "We must do this again soon."
Of course, dear. She's going to give you the European kisses and everything.
Yep.
Mwah, mwah. Now, do be aware that only on Thursdays am I not free. You understand? I do have my bridge club.
Oh yes, of course. I wouldn't dream of coming on a Thursday and interrupting your bridge club.
Like planks?
Indeed.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I was thinking. Wait, like the exercise?
No. We gather to discuss the various political natures of the city. It's simply called the Bridge Club because that's where we had our first meeting.
Oh, on a bridge.
Indeed. I'm sorry. Why am I telling you this?
I don't know. Why are you telling me
I don't know.
this?
I thought it was a workout club, so sorry. I misunderstood. I'm gonna go this way now.
So
Genuine
you have been
answer for
granted
genuine
inspiration,
question.
and Kier has
Huh?
been granted inspiration.
Thank
Oh,
you,
wait, very
Twitch
thank you.
chat.
All right, ready to
Just
depart?
casually getting into trouble. Yep. Ready to depart.
Awesome. So you guys can head off into the city. Where are we going? What are we doing?
Well, seeing as we only have an hour of Tim left, we should probably go back to the
Well-
house.
Well, the thing I was just gonna say over the line, it's like, look, if you guys want to go and explore the city more, that's fine. I'll just need something or some way to get in to the house because I can't copy the passphrase properly.
It is
Wait,
time
you're
for
wrong.
dinner anyway, so it's
Oh,
decent enough
I'm-
time to meet back up anyways.
I'm beat.
You got beat up, yeah.
2 pit fights in one day is a lot. I could really use a nap.
I mean,
You should
we
tell
could-
Rana all about it. I bet he'd be impressed.
Get
Mm.
that
I
woman
think-
a nap.
I think we need to get Rana to get us some food.
You're very
I
low,
don't
Zoya.
care. I don't care if we pick up like food stall food on the way back and eat it while we're walking. I just want to sleep, please.
Yeah, he just over the middle like, you're fine, pats her on the back and starts walking.
Well, let's just get back to Lou's house, and I'll just cook us up some dinner tonight.
Okay.
What's your strength score, Tim?
He
Not
holds up
enough.
10 fingers. and
Roll
then
against perception,
4.
see if you even notice.
Heck, and
Oh,
you've been
40,
granted
okay.
inspiration.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm just wondering if like maybe you could carry me.
Thank you.
How much do you weigh? So,
Enough to break the ice, baby.
About I don't know, 3 with all of her gear right now, probably close to about 350, 375.
where's the lift thing? Hang on.
Maybe
Tyrant is
maybe
also-
400.
Lou, you've
Thank
been
you.
granted
Thank you, Lou, for
inspiration.
that.
Oh yeah, no, I could do like 420. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. So you're so just
I will
add me
point
to
out-
whatever your gear is. Be like, okay, I'm tired.
Hang on a second. Manage inventory. Add custom item. Matilda.
It is push, drag, or lift.
Yep. Push,
You
drag, or
can
lift pot.
push, drag, or lift Matilda up, but you're carrying is half of that.
Right. You cannot carry her.
Okay. Yeah. So hang on. Let's just see.
Oh
I
no,
want to
no,
see what
this is
happens.
gonna be great because you patted me on the back. Oh, you'll be fine. Yeah, she turns, walks up behind
Overcarrying
you, and
capacity.
flops.
I believe this is called smothering.
Or
You
trust
can do
fall.
it.
It's called
Trustful, catch me, Tim.
He'll
called
he'll
a
just tap her on
glove.
the head.
it's called a glomp.
There is a glomp.
Yeah.
Tyro, you have been glomp.
Oh god, I thought I was out of DeviantArt.
Full armor. Here we go. Carry me home.
Please roll your athletics check,
You can't even get
Tyro.
up. Huh?
Tyro,
Athletics check?
Yes, please.
take me home.
Huh? 18.
You are able to
Best
prop her
one
up.
you've rolled in your entire life.
You're able to prop her up so she does not fall. However, you are unable to carry her.
Right, that's fine. As long as I can move her to the home. It's gonna take an hour to get back home.
I'm not gonna make you do that. I'm just making a point.
No, you're gonna get supported. Tony says, Tyrannus isn't tall enough. You could use him as a crutch. You just got to be careful, of the invisible horns.
Are we just gonna ignore that there's somebody taller than her in the party that could actually just carry her?
Anyway.
Oh no, I'm doing
Yeah.
this to make a point because he was being sassy and saying it was gonna be
fair.
it's fine.
Yeah,
I can walk
fine.
just fine on my own. I'm just being persnickety.
Yeah, we know. Tyrannus is still doing it. Just walk into the house.
Alright,
Anyway.
yeah,
go.
sure. Eventually, I'm probably going to get tired of this, and I will walk on my own.
Okay. So you guys approach Lucy's house. As you come to the front door, it is closed and locked.
Mommy's home.
As the doors fly open, you're able to go inside.
Hey,
Every
Lou.
time it has been precisely long enough for me to forget that that's her password, we come back.
Hey, Lou.
Matilda said, "Hey, Lou." I think.
And that was
Sorry,
me.
sorry. My bad.
Yeah. So next time we come back to the house, that looks like fun. Can I try it next time?
The password?
Yeah, the password.
Sure.
Okay. Zoya sits down.
Okay, I've done my. Uh,
Like, I was gonna say
Renario,
Lucy's definitely.
go ahead.
Go
What's
ahead.
Lucy doing?
Oh, she was gonna just curl up on one of the couches or like the single seaters
Mhm.
with her knees up and start looking through the sack of gems she pulled off of Karthus to see what's in there.
Sure. As you're doing so, there's a lot of pretty gems. You don't really know how much they're worth, though. Do you really care how much they're worth, as opposed to how pretty they are, Lucy?
I think she would be more concerned with how pretty they are and what color they are.
Yep. So there's some red ones, some yellow ones, some blue ones, and a couple green ones. It's pretty.
Yellow jewels, blue jewels, and a couple green ones.
And that's when Renario is going to walk into the room. Seeing you there, without a question, he goes over to a closet, opens it up, brings out a large blanket, and drapes it over you. Bringing it up under your chin, and then looks over at Matilda. Matilda, what is your state right now?
Oh, helmet
doctor,
off,
dude.
looking pretty beat. Still armored, waiting for everybody to get inside the house and settled before she heads off.
He raises an eyebrow. Are you well?
Nope.
Do you need assistance?
Yup.
He will come over and will put his arm around you and will escort you away.
Excellent.
You guys don't need to know what happens next.
no. Tyrannus is gonna
Matilda
start
sure
for-
doesn't have enough energy.
Tyrannus is gonna just call out to Lou. Hey Lou, is there a big heated bath I can submerge myself, or is it like a big tub that'd be big enough for me, tail and all?
Feel like the first bathroom was big enough for Tyro to
It was.
immerse himself in?
Yeah, not deeply, but yes. There's always the
Okay.
pool, Lucy. It's just not hot.
It is true. I don't know if I trust Tyro heating the pool by himself.
I wouldn't heat the pool.
Did you not mention hot water? Am I imposing?
I would like hot water, but I would prefer if the
Ah,
bath
pues
will be fine.
entonces.
But
I mean, Lucy will just tell him, the first bathroom is a fairly deep tub with hot water, or you can use the pool.
Tyrannus is gonna go for the pool.
Okay.
But then he can sort of like sit up in it. All right.
Awesome.
So he's off. He's off to do that.
Cool. Tyro, as you go to the pool, we are going to cover this. I don't have the art for the pool, but the pool does exist. And when you go to the pool, you, I assume, get in naked, I assume?
He'd be in his. Yeah, fuck it. Why not? It's Lucy's place. You know, clothing optional everywhere.
Okay. As you get into the pool, the water begins to move of its own accord.
Immediately jumping out.
Okay.
And because I still have it, I'm gonna get blinded.
By the light.
You don't need
Yep.
to do that, because rising from the pool will be a female naiad.
Oh, of course there is.
Mm-hmm. That checks out.
She
Hi.
comes up and just rests elbows and rests her elbows on the side and her head on her hands. Hi.
So, hang on. What would be the arcana? What would be the check to know what a naiad is?
A history check.
Okay. 15.
These are water women. They're basically elemental spirits, feminine in nature, that live in flowing water usually.
Water.
Oh, sorry. Were you?
Down that street.
You know what? Hello. Nice to meet you. Let me get some pants on.
Oh, that's not necessary. I'm not wearing any.
And just you see, he just puts his mouth and goes, what?
She smiles broadly at you. Are you shy?
I don't know who you are. We just met. Hi,
I don't know who you are,
I'm.
and I don't really care. You've got to be Lucy's guest, so you're welcome here.
Tyro.exe has crashed.
By the way, is she made of water or is she
Yes.
like? Okay, Tony's just gonna be like, okay. I have one question. What?
Of course.
I have one question. Is all of this water you? Like, or is it like?
No. It's my home, though. You're welcome to come in. She smiles and bats long eyelashes at you.
Okay. Just resigns himself. And just goes and like backflops in.
She catches you, and as you are lowered down into the water, she goes, "Your muscles are so strong."
You should see my other friends. They've got bigger ones.
Bigger? Well, it's not always the size that matters, you know. Ah. She smiles at you sometimes, and you will feel the water move all around you, Tyro. It's the motion of the water that matters.
Out of character. Motion of the ocean.
The flow in which you row.
She looks at you, and you will have a pleasant swim.
Sure. Tyrannus isn't really going to resist. He's just there to relax.
If Tyro does not resist, we will fade to black.
Yep. Nah.
All right.
Didn't know that was a thing. Okay.
You fool. Always
Hey,
be
guys,
prepared
I
in this house.
The camera, however, just sees Tyro in a pool alone.
Just okay.
Now-
Congratulations, Tyro.
Yeah, the only thing Tyrannus will ever do is if like he feels like he's drowning. Yeah, I fade to black, moving, cool.
Yep.
Other
Cool.
guys.
Moving forward. Heckin, what are you doing?
Hello.
Mm?
Do you have any like expensive oils or unguents I could borrow?
Oh, probably. But I wouldn't be able to tell you where they are.
I'll ask Rhino that. That's fine when he gets back. If you don't mind me
Yeah.
borrowing them.
No, absolutely not. But you still have to let me publish your first books because I want them in my library.
Of course. Deal. Joke's on you. Never going to finish one.
Have 101 projects at 99% completion.
It'll be like the incomplete works of Heckin. just they're choose your own endings. I have to make up the endings as I read them.
You know the funniest thing would be? It's like instead of Beethoven's Unfinished Symphony because he died, Heckin dies having finished a book. Only one.
Just the one.
Yeah, like it's the opposite. And that was like some ancient curse or something. Sorry, Owen.
Let's just say that in Lou's house there is every day a new idea to start a new story.
You've heard of writer's block. Now here's there are too many ideas overflowing.
I thought you were going to say something completely different.
So was that normal for this city?
Hmm.
Apparently normal
The
for the
fight?
cat.
No,
I thought that was a bird.
The worst part is what popped into my head was a naked, like, Tabaxi suddenly walking around Lucy's
All right,
house.
so you think?
Go ahead, Heckin.
The way she just killed the guy for breaking a rule.
Oh yes.
Do you do that in this house?
Oh, I don't. That's far too messy. Not in this house.
Well, an
Does
insight
your
check,
servant do
Heckin.
that?
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Okay, nice. I feel safe.
Excellent reassurance. Got it.
You did
Okay.
ask the question, so that's a valid question. You don't need to ignore the question. So, Lucy, the question was asked, does your servant do this?
Or does my servant? Probably. The thing is, it still wouldn't be in this house because that would cause too much of a mess.
Right.
But Rana, yes, Rana definitely takes care of it.
Well, at least you have the decency not to do it in front of your guests.
No, that would be rude.
That was rude. No offense, I want to leave this city as soon as possible.
That's fair.
I hope you'll come with us, but the rest of the city... Good lord. And Heckin will just find a table and get back to writing.
Cool. Here, what are you up to?
I am developing my new gadget infusion, so I found a quiet spot in the main hall and I'm tinkering with some boots and some goggles.
Awesome. Cool.
Boots with the fur.
Granek, you were granted inspiration as well. I will give that hiccup a 1 out of 5.
It was baby.
Right.
Yeah, well, that's 1 out of 5.
What is
1 out
number
of 5
10?
what's?
It's out of 5. Number 5 is where you hurt yourself.
Right. So, Granek, what are you doing? As Kiri's over there tinkering and Heckin's writing in a book.
I took a random picture on my phone and posting the Discord for everyone else to enjoy real quick. But otherwise, listen, I saw something adorable outside while I was refilling my coffee and I had to share it.
Oh my god!
Anyways, I took off my armor, got changed into a fresh set of clothes, and then as I was walking through towards the kitchen, I asked everybody what they wanted for dinner.
Okay. What do
And
you
people
guys want
started
for
responding
dinner?
in
Lucy asked if Granach was on the menu, and if he wasn't, then something Mormon saw.
Zoe replied, I would like to make a pastry if we have the ingredients, just for dessert. Otherwise, I'm good with anything for dinner.
Ekin and Kier, if you're in the main room.
Something sweet.
Food.
Warm,
Yeah,
soft, and sweet. Just
food would be
baklava
good
for
too.
dinner.
Thank
Well,
you for
baklava has been
cooking.
requested. I actually know how to make baklava, so I'm gonna say that my character does.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
Been there, made that, took way too long. Making homemade baklava takes forever to do it right.
Indeed. Better part of 4 hours.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I've heard it like, what is it? If you want to do that, you do it with an audiobook, but you better know what you're doing.
It's not hard. It just is time consuming.
Oh no. That's what I mean. Like a friend of my brother's Turkish family.
We're way off topic. We're going to get back
Sorry.
to the D&D.
Sorry.
So, Granac's
shot.
making baklava. Matilda's getting a massage. Tyro is getting a massage. Lucy's looking at pretty rocks and shiny things, curled up in a bed. Or, sorry, in a chair.
Here.
What is Zoya doing?
Zoya is currently relaxing and just she's taken off her cloak and is sitting down in one of the chairs. When Granat comes in and asks what people want for dinner, she gets up out of the chair and starts walking to the kitchen, preparing to start making something.
Okay,
Yeah, she can help me make baklava.
cool.
She is planning to make something else because she doesn't know you're making baklava for dinner.
No one asked for like any actual dinner, so it sounds like we're having shenanigans
Dessert for dinner.
and dessert for dinner / just not necessarily travel rations, but easy foods like fruits and
Quesadillas.
yeah,
Fatty.
just assortments of stuff, right? Like low effort. Our effort is baklava.
I heard woman soft, so I'm expecting a hearty stew.
Oh, beef stew. That'd be good too. God.
Heck, a little
Oh,
shout out.
hungry.
Maybe a beef stew. Tiring day. Baklava it's great for me, but might not be enough for everyone.
All right. Well, if beef stew is also requested, I suppose we will add that to the menu.
That does sound lovely.
Cool.
Oh, thank God. Kier, I decided, wasn't paying enough attention to say anything but food. And is like, he's gonna get that baklava and just be so disappointed that it's not actual sustenance.
So
It's got nuts in there. It's got nuts and carbs.
Listen.
Eh,
It's proteins and carbs with honey.
It is
it's
food.
so
It is exactly what you.
rich.
It's exactly what you asked for. It's food.
Right. And I was gonna live with my choices, right?
Yeah, but
now
it's
I
not
don't
orc
have to.
food.
The
It's not
consequences
about
of your
orc
actions.
food. It's about like eating something besides sugar.
Nothing wrong with sugar.
My gut disagrees. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you guys are able to get dinner. Is there anything you'd like to do this evening here at Lucy's house?
I think that Lucy will probably try to be somewhat responsible and have Rana appraise the gems, but probably the blue ones she'll turn into like earrings or something, or a necklace.
Like beef.
I go with my hair.
By the way, I'm gonna go and post the recipe of what Zoe is making into the group chat.
Cool.
I mean, after a bit, Tyra will come out and be like, fully clothed and be like, looking for Lucy.
You find Lucy.
Hey, Lou. Quick question.
Hmm.
Do you know you've got a naiad in the pool?
Mm-hmm. She's wonderful to talk to.
Yeah, talk, sure.
I talked to her.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to her as well. I had to introduce myself. But yeah, guys, if you're gonna go in the pool, there's a naiad in there. Just a heads up.
Naiad. Sure. Sounds good.
What are you doing?
Yeah, sounds good.
It's been
So what is Kia actually making?
tinkering away with something.
Here's fidgeting
Here
and tinkering.
Here is making his 2 new artifact infusions, which will be presented the next morning when they will technically be available.
Huh.
But you see on his desk a bunch of scrap metal, his tinker's tools, his carpentry tools, and a pair of boots and an extra pair of goggles.
Damn. Okay, I'm just gonna grab some food with you guys and just relax.
All right. Matilda, the camera is going to pan into that bedroom where you and Renariel are currently participating in a rehabilitation.
Deep tissue massage.
Rehabilitation
That is what is
of Matilda.
happening.
Yes.
Literally just deep tissue massage.
Hmm.
Yep.
Y'all are
You
dirty
bounce over the
pervert.
dirt.
Yeah, and
It's Lou's house. Everything's a swimsuit episode.
Mm-hmm. All right. So
like, it's
Matilda
like,
gets her
Mommy, there's
massage.
monster in the closet.
Right?
Okay. Awesome. So, dinner will be consumed. Renario will bring you dinner after your massage. He's going to have your armor cleaned. Anything you guys want to do this evening before going to bed?
Once we're done eating food, Gernok will look over to Lucy and go, Lucy, might I have a word in private with you?
Sure. And you will take Granok to the library.
To the library. Awesome. So, we're going to take you guys over to the library.
There are many private
Yell
beds in
that.
there.
Indeed. Granek, you and Lucy are able to go into Lucy's library.
Once we're in the library, I'll find a spot that's got a spot where 2 people can sit down, usher her towards that, and then do so.
Lucy's gonna
Then-
get lectured.
So once we're sat down, Gernok will kind of reach out, grab your arm, because I assume you look a little nervous. Right.
She's perked up sitting. She is very curious as to where this is going. Because Granok has never asked to speak to her privately.
So the last day or so, couple of questions. And he'll
Mhm.
kind of look around. What was with the, how to politely put it, gender morph when we underwent our, oh god, level 5 spell just escaped me. Seeming? Seeming. Something seemed a little off about it, especially after hearing the name and seeing your reaction to Lucian.
Oh. Lucy's gonna kind of... I should have known that you would pay attention to that. You are much smarter than I remember you being most of the time.
Will look aghast Hand to chest. Me? What?
And she's like, well, the gender morphing for Luke is it's just fun. It's a whole different person. Nothing that what I look like. You turned into a lion, and Tyro turned into a lizard, and Matilda was a minotaur. It's same. Lucian is just a memory.
He'll kind
past
of
life,
give
if you will.
give you a raised eyebrow with that.
Did you want to know more about Lucian's life?
Not necessarily, no.
Hmm.
That and whatever you are willing to say is yours to give as well. But I also thought you would not want to say it in front of everyone if it was not something you were openly trying to discuss from how I noticed it.
Mm. Lucy for a minute gets serious. And like kind of sobers up. She kind of sobers up and she leans back in her chair. One hand on her face, the other hand on the armrest. Says, "You really are quite clever, huh?"
It's me in trouble all the time.
She'll laugh. She'll like rub her brow and she's like, "Well, Zoya is..." Wait. Did Zoya tell all of us we were Fae? Right, because she told me because of her brother.
Yep. You know about her.
Yes. So she's like, "Well, Zoya is Fae? Yes?"
Correct.
I am Fae. It's Fae things.
We'll give a nice shrug about that. Seems reasonable to me.
It's Fae magic. We come and go, and we... Seems like if we live many lives through different eyes. Just a little Fae magic. Is there anything else that you're curious about?
Curious about? No. More to talk about? I think so.
And she'll gesture her hand to go ahead.
At that, he'll start blushing profusely. So, about the painting.
Well, at this, she gets excited again. She'll clap her hands together and say, "Oh, yes. Lady Duvain said she'd get me a copy of the print. I think I'll hang it in the maybe in the bedroom. Maybe I'll hang it in my bedroom. Or I'll hang it here in the library. Hardly anybody comes in here. I read all the time here. It's good to have something to look at. Kind of imagine my main characters."
As you start saying all of this, you just see me have fingers slowly trail down my face, pull down my eyelids, follow my tattoos down my face. Just dying at the thought of this.
Or I can put it somewhere more private? In storage, perhaps? She'll ask.
At that, he'll pinch his nose and go, no, it's art and should be viewed at however you see fit to it. Just at least semi-private if you have to hang it somewhere out.
She's gonna give him a thumbs up and say, "Semi-private it is. Mostly private."
Not necessarily the library, but like a bedroom. Your bedroom, the one that people don't go into very often.
And she's gonna nod sagely, "Yes, my bedroom. It's the best place for it. Absolutely. You're right. You're right. Put it on the
Realizes
ceiling. No one
exactly
wakes up."
what he says after he said it.
I was gonna say.
Far too late now.
Face palms again. I am not very good at this part, am I?
I think you're doing just fine. Two thumbs up from Lucy. She's gonna pat him on the forearm and say, "You're very smart, but you seem to be also very shy."
It's difficult. The way I was raised was more of, I was not looked at much more as a person, but more as the event walking through town. I was not overly an individual.
Lucy looks confused because she doesn't understand like the idea of being an event versus an individual, and that's mostly because of just her constantly seeking out individuals that are interesting.
Being your mild look of confusion, big city girl through and through, right?
Yeah, just around here, there's a lot of people. It's always someone new to meet.
At that, he'll kind of lift up his hand, look at it. The world is so big, there are so many people, but some small points of it, there are so few. There were hardly any regular humans in the town nearby, and there was just my family of Goliaths. We were weird and strange to them. Friendly enough, everyone was always friendly, but it was the event when we came through town.
Well, I'm surprised you're not married yet, then.
People didn't look at me the same. It was like the carnival.
Lucy finally understands, and like a shadow of anger crosses her face. But it like quickly goes away, and she's like, well, that's not gonna be a problem here in Shatter Shaddai. Don't even worry about it. I think you're lovely.
He'll kind of get a little bit of a grin. It hasn't honestly been much of one anywhere. It's not as much embarrassing, it's just I never really figured out overly how to deal with the attention.
Well, how would you want to deal with the attention?
He'll just kind of shrug. I've never overly thought about it. I've always just enjoyed having my family. Everyone else was always there to be loved and protected and all, but not necessarily in my life at the moment.
Is the group your family now?
Of course.
So how do you...
He'll kind of chuckle a little bit and pull out his oh god, what's the book called? My blue book.
Oh, the Xerox book?
Yeah, Zori's staff.
Xerox.
Oh,
Zora staff.
Yeah,
She's not
and he'll
lying.
kind of rub.
She's not wrong, but she's out of line.
He'll kind of rub the cover of it. In fact, we had what was essentially our son for a while. Have we talked about Gur much to you?
No. What's Gur? Who's Gur? Where's Gur? Oh, did something happen to Gur?
He's
Who's
fine.
Gur?
When is Gur?
But anyone ask, how is the Gur?
There'll be an answer to that soon, don't worry.
I'm preluding to writing him with this, by the way. No, he's back in Nausha, but he decided the life of adventure was a little much for him. But
well, understandable.
He called me Papa and Matilda Mama because we were the two biggest ones.
Oh. Are you? And you're not together? No, well, no, because she's with Rana.
No,
and
no,
she
no.
and she just like chuckles to herself.
To be honest, Matilda reminds me very much of one of my sisters.
Oh, that's very cute. How many sisters do you have?
I have my two sisters. One of them remained home, and one of them decided she wanted to go out and learn the life of a merchant.
That's interesting. Is she anybody I know?
Most likely not. She was mostly traveling around Nausha doing small stuff, working her way up. It has been
Lucy,
a little while since the last time I had heard from her, though.
Lucy definitely makes a mental note of this. To like tell Rana later to do whatever it is that rich people do to merchants to like support them financially. Was it like patrons or something?
Mhm.
Patronage, yeah.
Patronage to Granak's sister, because it's very sweet that he's worried about her.
Okay.
She will say, overall, I think it's just really up to you how you want people to see you. I know how people see me, and I'm okay with that, because the less serious they take me, the less of a threat I am overall. And the less of a threat I am overall, the easier it is to get what I need out of people.
For the most part, I like my general stance of how I'm viewed as large and reliable. Things that are mostly true, I think. It's more the, he'll look directly at her, direct attention part.
Yes, you're very shy. It's very cute. And she'll just say that. Just deadpan. No fussing about, no like joking. She genuinely thinks it's adorable how flustered he gets.
He'll start to try to say something, but get that kind of stupid teenager grin halfway through trying to say anything, just kind of stop saying anything for a moment. You know the one.
Yep, I know the one. And she'll chuckle and she's like, yep, exactly like that. Adorable. It's not so much you're an event. You're just you. And I think that's enough. So, and she'll clap her hands. Are there any more questions that you have for me? Any other things you want to talk about privately? Do you want your own copy of the painting?
Light face palm. No, I think we're good here.
And she will chuckle and give him a thumbs up, another pat on the forearm, and kind of stand to get on her way to her room because she is starting to get a little sleepy. It's been a long day.
Cool. All right. As we return to the main room, is there anything else the rest of you would like to do this evening before going to bed?
Do we want to think up of what we're going to do before we go to bed? Like, for tomorrow, like, prepare before we go tomorrow so that we at least have a somewhat plan.
Just a conversation. Isn't that plan one and then we have no other information?
So was that your quiet?
Isn't it just we talk to somebody and then that's the information we have?
Yeah, the book lady. Excuse me.
Yep.
Somebody in the arcane library. Or whatever it's Grand Library, whatever it's called. So, seeming is assumed.
Okay, really appreciate you for doing that.
No, Mara Ryan.
Yeah, hang on, I'm checking my notes.
Archivist
Velmara
Velmara
Thrin.
Thrin?
I think it's Thrin.
THRY.
YNN. Yeah, I know. But Eric, what was the pronunciation?
Or which one, I'm sorry?
Volmara. Thrin. Or
Yes, you got it right.
Okay. Yeah, so... Yeah, I think we should probably, at this point, got 2 of the 3 books. Like, should we drop the other books over at the, at the Mystic Quill? Or do you want to do it all at once?
I think waiting and doing it all at one time would be the best. Or are you doing this while I'm gone?
No, this is something Tyrannus would ask, like, with everybody here. So you and Lucy are back, and Tony's like, okay, what's your plan of attack for tomorrow? Blair.
Lucy, I think Lucy would have gone to bed. So like this discussion is between the core group of adventurers.
You're part of the core group.
I'm the newest member of the core group, and that hasn't decided if they're going to be part of the core group. So Lucy's in bed.
Why wouldn't you be part of the core group?
Lucy's in bed.
He also didn't know that we were going to have a conversation afterwards, so...
Yeah,
Also
that's
true.
fine. That's fine. I mean, neither did I, but it just popped into my mind. Anyway, so what's your thoughts, big dog?
Here was the one talking. I was the one giving
No,
the name.
wasn't. I was not
Okay.
talking.
No,
You
there's
said
not a
we-
lot of conversation going on.
No, I'm just trying to figure out, did we just go, or if not, we'll just go to bed.
I mean, is there anything else we can plan for?
Well, hang on. Did we get all the magic items appraised last time?
We have acquired no new magic items since the last time we appraised magic items.
Okay, right.
Unless the book is magic!
You know
All
what?
books are magic.
Tony's just gonna get up and go to bed. And, like,
Whatever the hell the head of this thing is. Because we still never identified what the hell that thing is.
What? The head of what?
We don't know what it is. That thing that we just killed, and I have its head as Matilda's trophy in my bag of holding.
I mean, if you bring it out,
Oh.
Tyrannus will identify it if Toya doesn't want to.
Wait,
I'm-
it's in the
I'm
bag of
saying-
holding? How did it get in the bag of holding?
Uh-oh.
I don't know, Matilda asked me to put it in there. I said I
It
stuffed
doesn't
it in there, and you
fit.
didn't say I was gonna say you didn't object, so I
I missed
So I
that you
guess
were
you-
trying to put it in there. No, it is far too big to fit through the opening of the bag of holding.
Okay.
No,
Carried it
Well,
back.
And
He made it
is
fit.
good behind.
but yeah.
Sorry,
if
what did you say,
was
Matilda?
tired-
Matilda was not going to leave this thing behind, and
Okay.
you didn't complain when we were putting it in
That's
the bag
fine.
of holding.
I missed.
She would have carried it home.
Okay,
Yeah, between the
That's
two
fine.
Goliaths, we carried it home.
that's fine.
It's still home.
It's not in the bag of holding. It's far too
Giving
big.
up my trophy.
Yeah.
Look, I need to bring back trophy presents for Gur. That is what was that's what is happening.
Well, you probably would be best to ask
Gonna
Rana
make a
to.
hat out of it.
Can Rana at least preserve it so that we can, give the materials to go back in Nausha later?
He can't, but he can get someone to do it for him.
Okay.
He will get a
That's-
taxidermist to handle that.
Oh yeah, get a taxidermist to mount it. I'll send it home. Sorry, Gur. You can have the next one.
Your parents
give
are
it to the
going to be
consortium.
thrilled.
Oh no, that home. Sorry.
Should I send my parents a copy of the paintings?
Yes.
Yes, but I don't
There's
think
another
they're gonna
voice in
appreciate
the
it.
corner that says, yes.
The novels, Tilly.
There's a little face that pops up in the background here, Matilda, as you ask, should we send the paintings home? And you know what she's saying. She says, absolutely.
Pippa, yes.
Think about the novels, Tilly.
I feel like Lucy would secretly try to hire another artist or two to recreate the painting of Matilda, but like adding Rana to it.
Ooh.
Oh,
Like in a reverse pose of Greenock and
Please don't
Lucy's
send that one home to
painting.
my parents.
Would you get Renariel to do this?
I would definitely ask him if he'd be up for it and promise him a copy for his room.
He looks at you, only with her permission, my lady.
Oh, then you can ask her.
He looks at you, but why would I ask?
Oh, you're right. And Lucy will ask Matilda, presumably the next morning at breakfast, what she feels about this painting
Okay, so
and getting it redone with Rana.
go ahead and take your long rest, everyone.
Oh, Rana,
Yes.
do you have 1,000 gold worth of unguents I could borrow from Lucy? She said it'd be alright.
1,000 gold worth of what, I'm sorry?
Oils and unguents.
I suppose I can acquire it. We don't keep it in
Oh.
the house for the... Well, he looks at Lucy.
Surely there's 1,000 gold worth of royal oils in the house.
He smiles.
Aromatic oils.
He smiles.
Not.
Indeed. One moment. Are you going to go with him as he goes to collect it, or are you going to stay here?
Yeah, I'll go with.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
He smiles as you are going down the hall with him, and he's going to escort you to a room off to the side, and he will smile. This room is normally locked unless it is occupied. And he will produce a key and unlock the door. I am not going to describe all the apparatus that are within this room, but he will walk over to a closet, and within the closet he will pull out a variety of oils that you have access to.
Oh, thank you. Have you told Matilda about this second gym? I'm sure she'd be very interested.
He looks at you. I believe our relationship is still in its infancy. We were taking it slow.
Heckin', its eyes go wide as she realizes what this room is for now.
Heckin, you've read about that, and those, and all of that, and oh my.
Alright, I will quickly gather some oils and
You realize that these oils are all in pop-top dispensers?
perfect.
Yes.
Oh, this will be so easy when casting a spell with it.
He smiles. These oils have been used for casting spells in the past. Likely not the ones that you're intending to use them for. I do hope they serve you well. What spell are you intending to use with this for?
Grease.
Reincarnate.
Ooh. Okay. Sweet.
Before, oh, is that what you're done? Are you done, Hacker?
Yes.
All right.
Casting it right now.
Hold on. We're using what kind of oils for reincarnation?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Rare.
Let me
Insert Pippin, yes.
Not many people use them for this.
That's true.
Insert Pippin,
Man.
yes.
Yeah,
Why?
but why?
But yes.
Hey, look. It's perfectly fine. It's exactly like Purell, except it's quote misspelled.
Look, it's a contingency. It's not going to happen.
Por si acaso.
After all, what's the worst that
I
could
love that word so much.
What?
Por si acaso.
What'd
Por
that
si
mean?
acaso. Just in case.
Oh. Turnus is going to try and find Rana once he's done with.
Okay. Is this the next morning, or is this still before bed?
This is still before bed. Tyrannus is asking, hey, Rana, sorry to cut you off, buddy.
Yes.
I need a, would you be able to help me in acquiring a $1,000, polished silver mirror at all?
What
I
is
need
a
it for,
dollar?
pardon? 1,000 gold. I am
1,000
running
gold?
on 5 hours of sleep in real life. 1,000 gold. I need it for a scrying, as a scrying focus. If you've got any other suggestions that would be more durable as well.
He's
I'm
looking
open
at
to hear.
you. First, my mistress's whole supply of oils, and now a crystal
No.
worth 3 years of income.
No, I'm not asking to buy one from inside this house. You will be given you, and he pulls out the gold. I'm like, I am buying one. I just wanted to know what would be a good shop, or if you could go out tomorrow as a favor. Not asking. You are Lucy's.
I can
You are
have
under
one
Lucy's.
ordered.
Okay. Thank
Do
you.
you have
And he
the
just holds up.
currency for such a thing?
I do have the currency for such a thing. Tyrannus is not always broke, just nearly always.
All right. So,
And,
if you give him the gold, it'll be here in the morning.
cool. And he does say, like, I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course, sir.
He's going to get out of Rana's hair and book it to bed.
Okay. All right. Anyone else want to do anything tonight before bed?
Oh, I thought we were at the next morning. I missed that. Nope, I'm good.
All right. So, you guys can all get a long rest.
Nice.
Hooray! I already did that.
What did you
Um,
think was going to happen?
We don't know, and that's the scary part.
Yep.
Do
That's
you
just
mind if
part
I
of
roll my...
adventuring.
Yeah. I'm
The
going to roll my
Adventures of
Arcana.
Lucy and her bedrooms.
That's on HBO after dark. I'm going to roll my Arcana check for homework.
Okay.
Oop, that's 16.
A 16. I need to go pull this up. 1 second.
Got my notebook. I imagine,
What did you get here? I think
I imagine,
got that. Nope. So you did not get anything today.
Okay. Yep. Tyrannus is going to be like, ugh. And then just walk out and go down for breakfast.
Okay.
Still is wondering about that. Is anyone down in the kitchen?
Renariel is not in the kitchen. However, there is a package for you on the counter.
Oh, cool. And he's going to open it up.
Inside there is a crystal. On a string.
No, like on a string. Okay.
It looks like a plum.
How big's the crystal?
Oh,
Pardon?
about 2 inches tall by about 1 inch wide.
That's 1,000. Oof, Jesus. He's used to like, bigger things, but, wait.
And then he
push
thinks
that.
back to the pool.
Freezing.
Mhm.
Womp womp.
Just gonna hear what he says. Shut up. And then, probably start making himself just a fruit salad for breakfast.
Okay.
Without the cloud of daggers, Lou. Don't worry.
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure?
Positive.
Zoya just shows up, starts shooting them.
Turned from fruit blender to fruit ninja.
I
Alright,
I
let's-
could Misty step into the kitchen and just scare the living daylights out of Tyro.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, okay. Well, first off, you have to be in line of sight. Misty Step also. No, what is it? You could just sneak in. You don't need Misty Step.
Valid. But Zoya's not awake right now.
Anyone else?
Everyone getting up for breakfast?
Yep.
Yep. At
Coffee,
breakfast.
yes. Un
Kier is
cafecito.
gonna be looking for Zoya.
For Soya. Is that the?
Soya.
Is that the like?
You know what I
Is
meant,
that the imitation Zoya? Because you know,
Tyra, let
you're
them
a
let them
vegetarian.
do the thing.
Sorry.
Alright, so Kier's looking for Zoya.
Zoya is currently her wings are draped down behind her and she's just like staring up at the counter waiting for someone to help her with food.
Zoya, I got the. Are you okay?
Huh? And she just like rotates her entire neck around. Yeah?
You sure you're okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You look
just-
less okay.
I'm waking up. I'm waking up.
Oh, well, I had
yeah.
I had something for you, but it can wait.
No. I'm here. And she just like rotates the rest of her body around to face you.
And Kier, grinning, offers you a pair of goggles with a little wing motif on the edge of them.
Oh, neat. She reaches up and attempts to take them from you.
Yeah, here. And he gives them to you and says, now, it'll take some attuning to your magical signature, but it should be able to not only enhance your vision, but extend the distance. And I will link in...
I can already see like farther than anyone else in the party would. Okay.
Right, but you're also the only member of the party that can see that far in the dark.
Valid.
And so Kier will give Zoya his newly made pair of Eyes of the Eagle.
Ooh.
And I've linked that in our Discord chat.
Okay.
Not a cease.
Let's see this. Out of character. Let's see this. Oh wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, right. That's why I asked last time if you had a spare attunement slot.
Yeah, I'm glad I do.
Why do I think of Zoya's eyes now? Just looking at the picture of the mask as like Spider-Man almost, with the
Yeah,
lenses that open and close.
that'd be cool.
Spider-Man, but a
It's
kaleidoscope.
worth noting
Ah,
that everything Kier makes is going to look a little more like a piece of junk than what it looks like in the magic item picture.
Okay, got it.
So this is like
the first
clearly
draft.
cobbled together, and he's done
Okay.
his best to give it like a wing-like motif on the edges of the goggle lenses.
You know what? Zoya is too tired to care about what it looks like right now, and she looks up at you, looks at the goggles, looks back up at you. This looks great.
Yes.
No, you look great.
You know what? I'm gonna go and put these on. And she just like slides them over her ear feathers. The ears sort of like
And-
springing back into place. And she
And so
just,
yeah,
like,
you
looks
do
at
have
you.
like a passive. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Go ahead.
You have like a passive perception of like crazy, right?
27, I'm pretty sure it's on her character name right now.
There you go.
You would definitely notice the fact that Kier has also made himself new boots.
Are they
Nice
made for
boots.
walking?
No!
These boots are made for walking.
Isn't that neat? Anyway, that was the interaction I wanted in the morning.
You were supposed to
Nice
finish
boots.
it in song, though.
Yeah,
These
but the
boots
answer was
are
no.
made for walking.
But that's not what they'll do.
Galaxies.
Matilda, did you get
Anybody
up
else
this
got anything
morning,
to add?
or are you busy?
Mm.
Well,
there you go.
just say Matilda didn't sleep in.
Didn't sleep in. Gotcha.
No. So, no, she's up. She went to the gym, got breakfast, a well-balanced breakfast, because we're probably gonna have to be kicking butt again today.
Always
Making
have
sure
butt
everybody else is
kicking.
eating well. Why are there so many? Did you guys have nothing but dessert for dinner last night?
Yeah.
There was
Stew.
stew.
What did I do? I didn't do nothing. This time.
You won't fine. It's all right. Just
I mean-
have a good breakfast. Here, have some more eggs.
I mean,
Lucy makes a face and drinks more coffee.
How long
plot
does it
twist.
take to attune to an item?
An hour?
Like an hour?
An hour? Okay, so if we have time, Zoe's gonna start attuning to that after breakfast.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, and alright, so that's what is it? Where's Grenak? See,
I would not be out first thing for breakfast. I would actually be in my room.
Okay. What would you be doing in your room?
Writing letters. I would at this point I would be writing Gur and my sister a letter, but I haven't actually written them yet because I was busy today.
Okay.
So I will inevitably give you those.
Thank you. All right. So,
so
eventually you guys collect Granak from his room.
Yeah, eventually. Like, who's cooking today? Who's making breakfast? And isn't Rana?
I mean,
Renariel
Tyrannus
is not.
Me.
I heard Matilda said
Me.
she is.
Oh, what's Matilda making for breakfast?
Oh, it's biscuits and gravy, bacon, sausage, which is in the gravy now. Eggs, toast, and oatmeal.
And protein shake.
Like steel cut oats.
Delicious.
It's a very hearty breakfast. It'll probably last you well past lunch.
Awesome.
That sounds fantastic.
Okay, so how'd everybody sleep? No problems?
I would
Really good.
Okay. You ready to?
slept great.
Yeah, you gave the. You had a what is it? Oh, it's like a post workout nap, but for nerds.
Yup. Post invention nap.
There you go. All right. So we're gonna party up and get to the and ask. See if. What was it? Her name. See if Vel's there at the counter and see if we can help find the Idiot's Guide to Necromancy.
I suppose we oughta.
What I recall, it didn't just cover like how to bring bodies to life. It also meant like healing people too, but that was more of a clerical stuff.
Isn't it kind of weird that healing people's okay, but bringing people back from the dead isn't?
Oh, it's all about consent, you know. You know, if you, like, I guarantee you, if someone had in their will, hey, when I die, turn me into an undead guardian for the city, there would be a lot less people complaining about it than if someone was like, hey, I need a body. Joe Schmo is not there. Yeah?
Hecken is going to think of the sports water bottle full of oil that is strapped to her backpack now and ask, wait, is bringing people back to life at all a bad thing? Granak, in your religion?
I don't remember. Did you guys come and grab me or not?
Yeah, we did.
Yes.
We did.
Sorry,
Okay.
is that Kier speaking?
Here. Yeah.
No, but-
Yeah, no, all the
Yeah,
Americans
yeah,
sound
it
the
was-
same, dude.
Kier, is that a bad thing in your non-religion?
Kier shrugs. Like, I've only really started learning about magic this past, 6 months. I didn't even know what I was doing was called magic until recently.
Mm. I mean, I can think of a couple of, well, at least one religion where I don't know. Bring it back to. I'd have to ask the. We could ask the temple, honestly.
This is a question for Granok, is what it is.
Look into Mr. Mountain.
All right, let's wait for him to wake up.
No, we came to get him.
You know, I apparently missed that part when I thought Matilda said she was covering cooking breakfast, not getting me.
I can go get him if you want to.
We just specified that Matilda
sorry.
did.
You guys have
That's what I was
been,
just-
Greenock,
Sorry, you
you've
cut
been
out.
gathered.
Hooray!
Right, and I'm sorry that did unfortunately cut out for me. My internet's been shocking today.
So I guess the real question is, are religions? Would I need to roll religion to have an answer, or would my answer of it depends on the religion be sufficient?
That's sufficient.
Is it accurate?
Roll your insight check.
For Tovar?
Or religion or
I'll just-
insight, your choice, Heckin. Do you believe what he says?
Like, I've heard stories of people
Yeah.
being brought back from the dead. This is the first party Heckin's ever been in where they're like, no, bad, don't do that at any cost.
Yeah. You know, there are
was
religions
more
where it's
along the-
perfectly okay.
Zoya doesn't care.
Awesome. We'll just
So
ask
kind
for
of-
forgiveness.
Yeah, I was gonna say, since you kind of half brought up the subject, Gernok will also just give his kind of personal input on it. I don't think that reviving the dead is strictly wrong. More of how, why, and who.
I think, let's be honest. Bringing, Tim back because he gets stabbed, isn't as bad. Also, as hey, I had this family that said they wanted to be together forever, so I made them into a flesh golem.
Well, more of, if one of you pass, I would assume we'd all but have your consent to do the spell in order to do it, and then go through the proper channels into which doing it would be as safe and as reasonable as possible. Not going through black means in order to do it.
I actually better check that then.
I
Can you bring up-
mean, oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Maybe this will lead to. You bring up a good point. Does everybody consent to being brought back to life should they die on Friday Night Lights business?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I'd prefer to be the same race, but if that's not entirely possible, then
Some of you may die.
But it's
but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Thanks, Dwarf,
I mean,
Quad.
I'm not going to speak for, on behalf of certain people, but I think I would be consenting. I just, might have to answer a few questions.
Well, the tricky thing about consent for bringing people back from the dead is talking to them before you do the act after they've died. That's why I'm asking up front, Tara. Do you consent to me bringing you back from the dead?
Yes,
Using not black means. Not
Yes,
dark
and
means.
Lucy
I mean,
just
if you
kind
do
of
it-
mutters, "We can just talk to him while he's dead."
are you
We
kidding
can.
me?
Well,
No.
that's a
Hold up. Everybody. Lou, are you really saying that the one time where I'm shutting up, you're going to just interrupt that?
Well,
We're not
Hacken is
boss.
very clearly concerned with bringing you back. If
We're not
consent's the
cool,
issue, we can talk to you while you're dead.
Yes,
Gernok
no.
will raise his hand at the same time and be like, do you also not remember the mission that we had with the vampire, where we got
Yes.
the ring that let us talk with the dead? I still wish I talked to the Chimera. I'm so mad I forgot about it during the Chimera fight. Anyways, back to topic.
Yeah, sorry. Kier crosses his arms and says, I did actually forget about that ring.
Me too.
Anyway.
Hi.
To be
yes.
fair, Hecken wasn't there.
Yeah. But yes, Tyrannus looks at Heck and is like, yes, I consent. I would prefer if you could, bring me back as myself, because, and to answer your question, I know I am a problem in this current form, but it's still.
You'll still be yourself. You'll still be a problem in any form.
Zoya
picks
spits
up-
out her water.
That smell.
picks
Is
up
that a
the-
burn?
Yeah, that's. I'm gonna. Do I have to take fucking damage?
aloe.
Can you roll a 1d4 for vicious mockery?
Psychic damage.
Mockery. Yeah,
Batman
vicious
needs
mockery.
some milk.
Emotional damage.
Tyrion is going to pick up a piece of fruit though and like throw it at her, just lightly. Like, shut up, you. But it's more of like, I wouldn't. I can tell you without 100% accuracy that if I,
Can
came
dodges
back.
the fruit easily.
Yeah, no, Tyrion is. If I was to be brought back as something else, I would spend every waking moment, or at least not every waking moment. My ultimate goal would be to become back into this body because this is what I identify as. And funnily enough, yes, that identifies me as a problem.
Here tilts
Good
his
to
head
know.
the other direction. I've never thought about it. And he looks himself over. How attached am I? How attached am I? This.
Ooh, what if you came back something bigger and you could roughhouse with your cousin and actually fight back?
I don't know. That feels like them winning.
I mean, you more than likely wouldn't be an orc.
Still feels like them winning. Anyway, thanks for asking this question, Heckin. I kind of gotta have a spell now, or a gadget. And he holds
What?
up something that looks suspiciously like a modern defibrillator.
Out of character, you've picked up Revivify.
Yes.
Awesome.
By the way, out of character, does this mean that there's people in Shadow Shaddai or whatever that have a DNR wristband? Do not revivify.
Lucy definitely has a DNR.
A GMR.
Do not resuscitate.
DNR.
Does Lucy say that when I ask the question?
Oh, she has just been listening this whole time. Since the question wasn't asked to her directly, she's not going to answer it.
Lucy, you're part of this group.
Hmm.
If you die during these missions, do you want to be brought back?
Lucy's gonna sip her coffee. And she'll be honest. She's like, frankly, I would be the one bringing anybody back. Seeing as how that's my speciality.
But
She
if you
kinda
die,
wiggles
how
her
would you bring
fingers.
someone back?
Well, if I die, I guess you're asked out. And she's gonna chuckle.
No, Kira and I can both do it.
And she kind of waves her hand and it's like, no, when it's my time, I wish to go and see Tenethil.
Understood.
Tenethil?
Yes.
But,
Out of character, would I know this as like a Fae thing or no?
Unlikely.
Tenethil?
No.
Can I still roll a
Tenethil?
knowledge at reference of the name?
Yeah.
This would be a history check for a very specific
Delicious.
name.
Not delicious.
No, you don't
Go
know.
on.
Does not know.
Can I give him
things.
can I give him advantage?
Not in
'Cause
this
I was
case.
about to do.
No, not
Okay.
in this case because there's no way that you would have any information on this.
It's also, I'm not actively trying. A name was brought up. My brain would go, do I know that name?
Right.
And then the dice told me, no, you thought about 17, but have 3.
Right. Providing inspiration to this would mean you're assisting somehow, and there's no way that Tyra would know this at all.
Yep, nope.
Okay.
Just a casual, a name was mentioned. Gernok
Valid.
attempts to know things, failed.
All good.
Alright, so that's
Alright.
a yes from everyone but Lucy, and Taro is a strong preference to keep his own body.
I also have a strong preference to keep my own body. If you can't bring me back with what I've got, just send me home.
As a
I'd,
different thing, or
No, just send my body home.
okay.
I would like to still be a feathered, winged race.
I think the implication is that Heckin's method doesn't give you a choice.
Oh.
Yeah, there's two types. It sounds like it. There is, hey, whatever those paddle things do,
A quick jolt of electricity passes between them.
and he motions to Lucy. I assume you just slap the shit out of somebody and they wake up.
That feels a little rough.
Well, I
But
mean,
no,
okay.
I have several methods of bringing people back.
I mean, I'm not putting it part. The thought has crossed my mind of you vivifying someone as either Luke or Lucy, giving them the whole like fairy tale kiss thing. But
If you'd like, Tyro, specifically for you, I will smack you.
sure. I feel like some tension would be, or at least catharsis will be shown for other people. Anyway, point is. And so these two have the hey, wake up, idiot. Heckin's got the well, this body's broken. Let's make a new one. So
as a last resort, to keep you all alive, I've been doing a little reading. And if push came to shove, I could put some of this lovely oil on your body and summon a new body for you and bring you back to it. I think that's a no from Matilda, a no from Lucy, a yes from everyone else.
Yeah, I mean, I am who I am, but I'm not like, I don't know, married to my body. And he's like staring at himself again. I have never put any thought into this.
You can change your mind at any time. Just please let
Okay.
me know.
I am
I'd like
myself
to
Rather
keep
through
be
my soul.
alive.
I would rather be alive to correct my mistakes than dead and well. I'm sure MKL has something for me.
And while we're here, standard adventuring party stuff. Everyone's next of kin written down somewhere and shared with 2 people in case.
Is that standard
Emergency
adventure party
contact.
stuff?
What?
Oh, I thought so. Yeah.
Actually, no. This is smart.
Hold on. What?
Don't know why we didn't do this before.
I'm confused.
Bernard
What are we
pulls
doing?
out a journal with all of his emergency next of kin. This can be copied if necessary.
He's got the red book.
Yep, just the whole book. It's not very big. I only got 4 next of kin, but like,
Is it notarized?
of course,
Of course.
Of course.
you fool.
Granok, would you mind taking notes of everyone else's through the day?
Oh, sure. Matilda like pulls her identification papers out of a pouch at her waist, and she's just like, "This, here's mine." I mean, you guys have all been to my house. You know where I live.
Not quite how I thought I was gonna spend the afternoon. Pulls out a bunch of papers for everything. Well, if we're gonna do it, let's get it done real quick.
I mean, I don't know. Do you guys want to send a letter to Rafage?
Oh god, no.
Hey, the dick's actually dead now.
Well, something nice that I've heard of people doing if they don't have anyone to, send their possessions to is donate it to a charity of your choice, or
I'll give
give it to your friends.
Oh yeah, no, you guys get my stuff, but I will say that the book, the grimoire, goes back to the book and the dagger to Nausha, to the consortium, specifically to Leslie.
It's already written that down, as I assumed. Continues writing.
Yep.
Soya is going to take out her journal. And she's just gonna hold the leather-bound book in her hands, and she's gonna look up at Granok. This goes back to gosh, what is it called? Briar Glen at house 34 Ashwood Street. If I am dead, this journal goes to that house.
Will ruffle her head feathers as he annotates it down.
Same with the cloak and the clasp.
Of course.
For me, everything to my brother Kyle Pecker in Winter's Roost, except for all of my writings, which go into Lou's library.
Your last name's Pecker?
Forget you heard that?
Forget what?
Looks down at
Sorry.
book, looks up at Heckin, looks down at book. Shrug.
Pekhir.
I thought I was
Winter
supposed to forget that.
Tyro
Wink
is supposed to
better.
forget that.
Pyro is supposed to. Heckin' Pecker.
Why me?
Because you can
Are you
use it
asking
for
that-
Because
blackmail.
we all know why you.
Seriously?
I mean.
What? You think I'm that much of a dick?
Yes.
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 Remain silent while writing. Let the audience speak for itself.
He just hangs his head like,
Defeat.
yeah.
Continue.
You
All right.
die.
Did we get all the books that we need? We have them all, right? All 3?
No. We also do not have a lead on the last of the 3 books that we need.
Remind me which one that was again.
Idiot's Guide to
Idiot's
Necromancy.
Guide to Necromancy?
Points at them with a pen.
Is that a very
Prophecy.
specific copy of the book, or would like Lou have a copy of this book?
We need the specific copy of the book, hence the whole shenanigans, not just going to a bookstore.
Gotcha.
There's some chicanery going on.
Chicanes. F1.
I remember when we were talking with the help desk lady in the library. She mentioned something about a student, a necromancy student. Do you guys recall who that was? Somebody soft-spoken?
So, as just a quick refresher for you, Matilda, all of our original leads were for the first book, which we took care of, which was Harry Potter Kid. And we have no leads whatsoever on the current book that we need. We would have to go ask Archivist Vilmara about it, or attempt to find a new lead somewhere else.
That was confirmed by the GM in discussion last night.
Mhm.
To my memory.
All right. All right. So, is it possible for us to do like a search? Does anybody have any kind of tracking? Actually, I might.
You might?
I do, but I've never seen the book, I don't think.
Sorry, I had to step away for a second. What I miss?
Magical means of finding the book. Yes, no, maybe
Oh.
so.
Yes,
I have locate object.
Oh, same here.
Dang.
It's one of the
Why that
cleric
won't work.
ones.
Tyro's seen the book before.
Sorry, I had the book before.
Yes, however, Tyro's not the one casting the spell.
Yes, Tyro is the one who can cast the spell.
Look, cast looking object. Cool,
Cast looking for keys.
cool.
Ear to ground. It might not, Matilda. Depends on where the book goes. Yeah. Then heck, it's worth a book. We probably should. Okay, so you said we got a name. What was the name you said? That was when I had to step away. Matilda?
Sorry, I was reading Grenok's message.
Idiot's Guide to Necromancy.
Yeah, Idiot's Guide to Necromancy, but you said we had spoken to somebody about it? Soft spoken?
Your ex-girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, okay, so... Okay. Alright, so let's go and we'll talk to her then. Imagine.
Ready to depart?
Yeah.
Yep.
Unless anybody has anything else.
We cast seeming first, right?
Yes, seeming and telepathic bond.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, Hecken.
In opposite order, so that the seeming lasts a full 8 hours from when we leave the door.
Cool. So you guys can head out into the town.
Yippee!
Today
Left
has
street.
dawned rainy and wet.
Zoya pulls her hood over her head.
It is muggy and damp. The air feels dense. You can smell the fetid rot of old rats and disgusting slime that has come through the town, moistened thanks to the moisture today. It's disgusting. The ground has not received rain in weeks, if not months, and so the ground you were walking across slides with the sludge before it's washed away.
Why do you have to remind me, man? Been on job sites like that.
You can make your way towards the Grand Library of Shatter Shaddai. Is there anywhere you'd like to stop before arriving?
Did Lucy's home have like essentially umbrellas, like a parasol or something to cover us from the downpour?
Lucy?
I mean, as much as Lucy likes being wet, yeah, she probably has umbrellas.
There's a difference.
Phrasing.
No.
I know what I said.
Lucy, would you
She said
have
it with
umbrellas
her.
or not?
Yeah, probably. Actually, I think Lucy's more of a poncho girl.
Okay, ponchos?
Mm-hmm.
All right, who's
Sorry,
going to take a poncho?
Tyrannus would
Zoya.
still ask.
Here, they're efficient.
Can Tyrannus still get an umbrella because a poncho
Nope.
will... No, here's the reason.
She said there's no
Hey.
umbrellas. You got poncho or
Okay,
no poncho?
No poncho then.
Okay,
Because Tyrannus's horns would stick up
yep.
unless seeming...
So, Lucy, what does your poncho look like? Obviously, it's the nicest one.
It's obviously the nicest one. It is probably like a sparkly light blue with pink flowers. And
Has it been
like,
bedazzled?
yes, with silver. With
Okay,
like silver strands, so like it's not just silver color, like it's actually spun silver.
nice.
And it's just like embroidered everywhere.
Okay,
So like the flowers are pink, but all the leaves and stuff are silver.
okay. So,
Oh, yeah, no.
you guys can either be wet or you can have the ponchos look weird.
Zoya's gonna have a poncho and it's just gonna be like folded up right along the ankles.
Okay. Lucy, what color poncho did Zoya get?
I think she would have given Zoya a green one because Zoya
Okay.
seems to like the color green a lot.
Tyronius, or Tim, I should say, is going without and
Yeah.
simply will be wet and miserable. Heckin, are you going to take your poncho?
I will put one on, immediately notice that it completely breaks the seeming illusion because it's a fairly form-fitting garment, a poncho.
Okay,
At least
I can-
once it rains on it,
sure.
I can
and
dry
take
it
it straight off.
I
Alright.
can dry it off when we get to
And I will just hold it above my head.
Okay.
Ah!
What color is Heckin carrying above her head? Lucy?
Gold. Like a honeysuckle gold.
Awesome. Kier, are you going to be carrying a poncho above your head?
Yeah, I'm gonna be using a poncho.
What color poncho, Lucy?
Royal blue.
And for Grenak?
I will have one, but I'll have one of my own that I would have had homemade.
Understood.
Nice rain cloak that I would have had.
Cool. And Matilda?
I have a cloak with a hood.
Understood. So, You guys are able to make your way towards the Grand Library through this dreary nastiness. You are able to go inside, take off your wet
Immediately
clothing.
Tyrannus starts casting prestidigitation to dry himself off, and anybody else who wants to.
Oh, sorry, did Matilda want to try the ear to the ground before we got to the library, or
Matilda,
was in the
did
chat?
you want to use the
To look
ear
for
to the
the-
ground?
To look for the book. I'm not sure it's going to help much unless we have a lead on who took it.
Okay.
I can ask if it's been bought or sold recently, but that's about all I'll be able to get the information for. It's worth a
I
try.
wasn't sure if you were suggesting it as an alternative to the library, to asking the librarian, or an after.
Well, the library would let us find the last person who checked out the book. And then
Sounds
we
good.
might be able to use my contact from there.
Yeah, that's just one of our Goliath things, huh?
It's a background thing.
Oh, is that a background one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For Wanderer.
Got it.
I think it's that.
So, as you guys
Okay.
dry off, what do you want to do?
Tyrannus is going to go to the front desk and see if hang on. Yeah, Velmara is at the desk.
She is.
Is the newt still there?
No.
Good morning, archivist.
It was
What happened?
Tim, yes?
Yes, I'm so glad you remember. He just looks around.
She
What happened
smiles
to
at you. I'm trying my best to forget.
No, some things are worth forgetting. What happened to the student? And he looks around at the desk, like, kind of pointedly.
Oh, he's been returned to his normal self. He's fine.
For now, I imagine, but okay. We're just trying to find another book to see if it's available. The Idiot's Guide to Necromancy, apparently.
Oh, that's a restricted tome. Well, let me see.
Right.
And she's going to go through her ledger here and start
Okay.
checking.
Tim's just going. Hope that wasn't sold as well.
I'm unsure. It's not listed as being here, which is strange, because
At least
this
certain
must
people
be
have access to it.
this must be due to Magus Ephron Kale. He's usually the one who comes in here and bends the rules. See, it's not listed as being present, and I recognize his handwriting. You're going to need to go and talk to Magus Ephron Kale.
Okay, that's oh boy. Do I know of Magus Ephron? Do I know of this person?
Unlikely.
Ah, okay. After my time.
Yeah.
Would
do you
Lucy
mind if-
know?
Would Lucy know? Yeah, Lucy would know.
Are you Lucy or are you Luke?
I'm Lucy. I never changed.
Okay. Sorry. What is Kale like? Looking at Lucy and the rest of the party and back at Velmar.
He's prolific and quite capable. He's here for his own research purposes.
Prolific?
Yes. He goes to a variety of schools.
Oh. Oh. Oh dear. Is he present in the actual city still?
I believe so. I saw him just this morning. He should still be within.
Where would his offices be?
Oh, he doesn't have an office. He's probably
My
over
bad.
in the referenced section.
Oh, okay. I believe I've got a map of where that might be. Do I know where that is out of
Yes,
character?
you know where that is.
Right, Tim's just trying to make a bullshit. Okay,
She
thank
knows.
you very much. Yeah, Tyranius, only full of bullshit.
She knows.
Yep. Anyway, thank you very much. We'll be back sometime. Oop.
All right.
And all right, he's gonna pull back to the rest of them. Guys, I got the name. Ephron Kale apparently has made the book go missing as if it was never here. So we gotta try and find him in the reference section.
You're going to
Thank you, by the
hear.
way.
One moment, Tim.
He goes back. Yes.
You aren't authorized to have that book, so I'm going to need to see your library card.
He takes it out, presents it.
And she's going to wave a hand over it. This is a provisional permission. I refuse to grant you access to the book until you are able to find more records as to what was going on. You see, whenever this book is checked out, it is checked out in 2 ledgers. I need you to go to visit Instructor Bellis Dorn, who has the 2nd ledger.
Bellis Dawn. I don't recognize that name either.
Bellis Dorn. Instructor Bellis Dorn. You would recognize that name. She is the martial wizard teacher.
So you said martial wizard?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, sorry, cut out again.
As in spell sword.
Marital wizard.
Yep.
You did not say marital wizard. Nice try.
Not to be confused with marital wizard.
Nope.
Alright, so go over and check the ledger with Instructor Bellis Dawn.
She'll be able
Right.
to confirm whether the Magus was the one who checked it out, or whether I'm mistaken.
I don't. Italian's just gonna mutter in his own voice. It's not like you to be mistaken. Alright.
She looks at you. You really should be more careful in this place, Tim.
Just gonna purse his lips together. I will be careful. Thank you. Alright.
To quote Star Wars,
And wait,
you'll
hang
be
on.
dead.
No. Oh god, ain't this right? Hey! Heckin', you got that reincarnation? Okay, right, and Tyranius, again, knows where she would be then, right?
Yes.
The instructor. Makes a kin list. That's okay. Granak, Tyranius found the names of what to do. We got to try and... The book that we're trying to find is missing from 1 ledger, but because it's a restricted book, you have to have 2 signatures to check it out. And so we're checking the 2nd point with the martial wizard instructor, which is the 2nd name there. You good, Granik?
Yep.
Okay. If anyone's got no objections, Tyranius is going to lead the way there. What do I remember about Bellis Dawn, by the way? Like any
She's
attitude of...
very much a efficient person. She doesn't take a lot of BS, and she's not going to treat you nicely because she doesn't know
God.
you.
Yep, that's fair.
She respects strength and martial prowess, and doesn't take jokes or frivolity well.
Good boy.
You could
Yeah,
say
Tyrannus is
stick in the mud, and that would be the definition.
Yeah, Tyrannus is going to just, well, Tim is going to tell them, it's like, I've heard about her. You don't give any bullshit. You don't beat around the bush. You just say what you need, what's going on, and then you get in, get out.
Okay, so
Kind of
someone
like-
else is doing the talking.
Yes, obviously.
Someone, Marshall.
Marshall. Yes, the
Matilda
Marshall.
Greenock.
Jenny.
Good thing we're talking in our mental link, huh?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay, so
Oh.
right. I forgot that was still up.
Yeah,
So-
Tim.
Yeah,
Any-
I forgot that too.
You and me both did that. Anyway, so yeah, he doesn't take a lot of crap. I may have been not her favorite student, but that isn't
Surprise.
exactly. Yeah, I know, right? But you know, new leaves and all that. Yeah, so let's maybe Matilda probably best for talking to her, especially seeing as you are magic girl Unga Bunga.
All right.
And I'm gonna
Lead the way.
leading the way.
What's the title of this book again?
Necromancy's Idiot's Guide to Necromancy.
Oh.
It was actually pretty good read, at least what I remember of it.
It's okay.
Well, I mean,
Well, you guys
Yeah.
walk over and find Instructor Bellis Dorn. She's
not gonna lie,
currently
if
busy and does not look up at you as you approach. But she does speak.
what is she busy
What?
with?
She's currently working on writing something.
We need to borrow your copy of The Idiot's Guide to Necromancy for an assignment.
No. I hate.
She looks at
What?
you. My copy.
If I might,
Mental link. Remind
yeah, in the mental link, Tyrannus is going to say no. The Idiot's Guide to Necromancy was checked out by Magus. Sorry. From the top, Ian is going to get this right. We were sent. Do you want me to just say it, or do you want me to
You know
relay
what?
it?
You want to No, you can completely step in and interrupt me because during the whole time you were chattering with the lady at the desk, Jenny Kimberly the Minotaur was busy staring at the tiles on the ceiling.
Fair enough. All right, so Tim is going to walk
Maybe
up.
Greenock could step in over
Yeah,
the
Greenock,
mental
go.
link, who remembers every detail of everything.
Yeah, but my voice compared to body is one of the weirdest ones, so I've also just been attempting to not talk in
Oh,
character.
okay. Sorry. I forgot what you look
Go
like.
for it anyway.
Female elf.
Does anybody want to talk, or are you really forced to have Tyrannus speak?
Alright, this is getting awkward. Someone has to speak. Go for it, sir.
Oh, fuck, I'll do it. When my mouth has not gotten me into trouble. Instructor Dawn, we've been sent
What?
over by Velma. Archivist Thrin has sent us over to ask something. It seems that someone has
And asked it
potentially
already.
moved. We need to see your copy of the ledger for who has checked out Idiot's Guide to Necromancy. She wants to double check because it believes somebody has tampered with her copy.
I will give you my ledger once you recover my crystalline focus. It was last seen with Adept Ralvin Yorn. You're going to have
Adept
to go
Ralvin
and talk to Ralvin.
Alvin Yorn. All right. May I ask a physical description of him that we might recognize?
He turns and looks at you. I thought people here were professionals. She points over in the direction of the novels section. Approximately 5'5", short, dark hair, glasses, Wears a dark robe with brass highlights. He's what you might call a geek. Worthless in my class and completely incompetent. Hopefully unlike you.
My martial prowess is not my strength, but it will be done.
Whatever.
And he just turns and walks out. And so you're gonna have to start. Oh, hang on, fuck. Before he does, he says, "One more thing. Yes, I'm sorry about this. What does the crystalline focus look like?"
She turns to you and gets right up in your face. It's
Doesn't
a crystalline focus. Just like any other. You will get it and you will return it. Am I understood?
I believe that what he is asking is it in a glove? Is it in a necklace? Is it just a sphere of crystal?
It is a crystalline focus. It is a crystal. Clear. About this big. On a necklace. You can find it or not. If I have to get involved, I will do so myself.
Understood. Thank you.
What do they teach these children these days?
God, what a bitch.
Mental link.
Oh, no, that wasn't a mental link.
She doesn't care that you said that.
Okay.
And she goes back to doing her writing.
Right. So now the search goes for that Ralvin Yorn.
In the mental link, I hope that got you the information you needed, Tyro or Tim.
It did. It also helps that if it's been repurposed, as my mental link has, my focus was, it's a bit easier to identify. Alright, so gonna start looking around and asking for Adept Yorn.
Okay, you go looking for.
Adept Ralvin Yorn.
I'm sorry?
I think.
Adept Ralvin Yorn.
Okay. Well, you ask instead of following the directions she gave you?
Oh, no. Going that directions, yes. But if there's anyone along the way, I'll ask if they have seen Ralvin Yorn, just to confirm.
Just look for the geekiest dork in here. My God.
Hi, my name is Tim.
I pick up here.
The geekiest dork in here that's not a complete. Well, I guess you are a complete idiot, but who actually looks like they know what they're doing.
Idiot.
Tyro, are you interrupting other people looking for this guy?
Not interrupting. If someone's just walking down the hall or something, it's like on the way.
All we have to do is ask, hey, are you Ralvin? If they say no, then we move on.
Okay.
If you're
They look at you very oddly. No, I'm not Ralvin. And everyone you ask this of is going to be offended that you think they might be Ralvin.
I don't care. We are finding Ralvin now.
Can Lou look around to see if she kind of spots this 5 foot whatever character with darkish hair and the
Roll
brown
your
cloak
perception
and
check,
whatnot?
please.
5'9" nerd.
Thank you, Lucy. No, what you notice, Lucy, is that professor going down the hall has really nice robes and a decent ass.
You know
I was
what?
gonna say-
Yeah, that feels more on
Oh,
point.
yeah. Use the
Zoya.
goggles.
Yeah, I was gonna say Zoyo, the
Matilda.
27.
Oh,
Guys,
never mind. Matilda's got it.
Matilda, you see the geekiest nerd you've ever seen. This is nerd heaven compared to Kier. He is what Kier would aspire to be if Kier went to school for the next 40 years to become a nerd.
I'm going to look over my shoulder at Kier and go, "You've been beat. Are you Ralvin?"
It's the same dude.
Harry Potter.
I was
Found it
confused.
again.
This motherfucker just doesn't learn his lesson. How many times do you have to
Teach you
teach her
this
this,
lesson,
Harry
little man.
Potter? Sorry, what was that?
It's Harry Potter again. Oh my gosh, it's hilarious.
Wait,
By the-
I
By
kn-
the way, huh?
do
He
we
looks-
know you?
he looks
I'm
over
asking,
at
are
you
Relvin?
guys.
And then he turns
Oh
around.
no!
Wait, do we
Oh
know
no!
you?
He's gonna try to run.
But,
No.
Okay, hold on. Can I just like try and surprise him?
Yeah,
And
she's
just,
stealth.
like,
By doing what?
I just appear in front of him. Hello.
He
Pick
screams
you up.
and bats at you, drops the book he's reading, and begins to run in the opposite direction, directly into Matilda.
Grovel.
Oh, okay. Well, now he's picked up, I
All right.
suppose.
We're
I roll
going
an
to try to make
athletics
him
check.
grovel. 1d20
No,
plus
no.
1. He fails and begins groveling in your arms, Matilda.
Well, I'm now holding the crying mage, and I'm just like, look at the rest of the party. Look at the crying mage. Look back at the rest of the party. You know, this wouldn't be the first time I've held a crying nerd in my arms, but it's never getting any less weird.
Looks away.
Pretty sure this is like the
Yorn.
third time.
Where
I
is?
guess I'll give him like a comforting pat. Like, it's okay. It'll be okay. You know, rub him on the back behind the shoulder, you know, on his shoulders.
There.
It'll be
No,
fine.
no, it won't. No. Let me
What
go.
did you
Let
sell?
me go.
Well, what'd you
Did
do
you-
this time, Ralvin?
Instructor Dawn's crystalline focus. Did you sell that too?
Yes. Along with a page from the Idiot's Guide to Necromancy.
You know you're just gonna get yourself arrested at this point, man.
I'm
Gave
gonna,
me
I'm
enough
gonna put him in a
confidence.
headlock.
Look, I got this charm that makes me braver. And he brandishes a small piece of bone.
I steal it.
Maybe
You can steal
braver
it.
is the
Congratulations,
wrong
Lucy.
thing
You
to
have a
do.
plain piece of bone that is not magical in any way.
It's a placebo, and he's an idiot.
Is it
It's
even
okay. I
carved?
still want to steal it.
It is not
It's a
carved.
You know-
bone.
Not at
You know
all.
what the funniest thing is? You know the funniest thing is, guys, out of character, it's like this is probably one character that's meant to make Tyronius seem not that bad, and Eric's had to make the worst of worst geeks to do that.
All right.
We found Harry Potter aged up by like 5 years, and
Yeah.
It's fine. Okay, so right, maybe you don't need to be braver. Maybe you need to stop breaking the rules.
Look, I have a habit. I'm sorry.
You have a.
Hey,
Look, you can take
Jenny.
yourself to a nunnery all
Jenny.
you want.
This
I-
isn't
both of
a-
you. Give him to me for a second.
Oh no.
Just
Don't
give
eat
it to me
him
for a
again.
second. What the? F-
He was a newt last time.
I never ate him.
Not a newt now.
Anyway.
Yet.
Anyway, Ralvin, I need you to look at me for a moment and calm down. Okay? Can you do that for me?
Big goggle eyes.
Roll a persuasion
No, she
check.
doesn't have her goggles on right now. A persuasion. A 10.
He looks at you. What?
When has breaking the rules ever gotten you into more good than trouble in the long run?
He shakes his head. I'm not going to tell you that.
Are you?
You guys,
May I ask
with your
why?
passive insight, he broke the rules in order to gain entry into the Grand Library. To get his library card.
Ralvin, what did you
Well,
do?
we can't really blame him there.
No, but we can blame him for selling off other people's property.
I mean,
Well, then what
Lucy
did
can
you
blame
do?
him because she got her card legally, but
Well,
And we all
but
got
see,
our
you're-
cards legally.
Mind.
look, we
No,
we
Lucy-
all, you know, yes, we did get our cards
Hold
legally.
Hold up. So yeah, were you trying to say something?
Yes, I was. Ralvin, what did you do?
Look, I traded the focus and a page from the book to Carthus the Collector for this charm.
You do realize that is non-magical.
Of course it's magical. I've been braver ever since I got it.
There's this thing called psychology. You know, take this this feather for instance, and she like pulls a feather out of her pocket. Take this. Say I give you this, tell you it's really really magical and will make you 100% braver. Would you believe me?
Yeah, well, no, because I saw you just take it from you.
But the thing is, like, if I pulled it out like this extravagant case, super beautiful, and told you it was absolutely beautiful and absolutely magical and would make you 10,000 times braver, would you believe me?
Roll your deception check.
Deception?
Yep.
I'm going to re-roll that.
You want to roll higher than that? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Using your inspiration.
Okay, yes. Yes.
Gotcha. Cool. So, he looks at you, of course.
Now, what if I told you now, out of that imaginary scenario, that this feather was not magical whatsoever?
So you lied to
Would
me
you
to
still feel
start?
braver? Would you still feel braver?
Well, I'm confused.
Exactly. That's the thing. If you really believe something is magical and can make you feel a certain way, then it will, as long as you have that thing. Sometimes the magic is in your brain and not in the weave.
But our brains are connected to the weave.
But not everything is
Strangled it.
magical.
I'm going to strangle this guy.
What? He
It's
looks
okay.
very confused.
Sometimes take a psychology class and don't cheat your way into it.
Well, how am I going to get in otherwise? I've got bad
You work hard.
grades.
Grit,
Eh.
integrity, money. I don't care. Look, you stole stuff and you pawned it, and that stuff needs to be returned.
Well, I can't get it back. I don't have any money.
Then how are you
Those-
in the Grand Library?
He looks
Because
at
he
you.
keeps stealing stuff from the
Uh,
Grand Library and
mhm.
selling it. That's how.
What would you believe would happen if we reported you to the desk manager?
He's going to try
We're
to
gonna
escape
report him.
Matilda's grip.
Yeah, good luck there, buddy.
You fool. Okay, I'm going to step in and say talking time is over. I'm done with him. He faces consequences.
And
He
he
escapes.
15s?
He's gone.
Congratulations.
What?
He runs
Bigby's
away.
hand. Boom. No.
Okay, hold on.
He's
Hold
running.
on. Oh, wait. Okay. Zoe's gonna start sprinting after him.
You guys catch him easily.
Okay.
Tyrannus is going to pick him up now and just like bear the cat fangs. Like,
Roll your athletics
Oh,
check.
be
Be
careful, he's
17.
slippery.
Tyro, you need to roll your athletics
natural
check.
20.
All right, so you
Let's
do grab
go.
hold of him. Okay.
I grab him and pull him up by the back of his head and put him right in front of the fangs. You're coming with us. And if you make one more attempt to escape, I'm going to put a lightning bolt straight through your chest. Do I make myself clear?
Roll your intimidate.
To get advantage?
No.
Damn. Well, tried.
Wait,
He's going to start screaming.
Okay, and I'm going to pick him up and drag him to Instructor Dawn.
I'm going to go ahead and do the talking for this one. All right.
Tyrannus is over it.
Oh, never mind. I guess I'm not doing the talking then.
Because as soon as he gets into it, Tyrannus is throwing him down on the floor in front of the instructor.
Okay.
Instructor, I wish to have a moment of your time.
Yes.
Seems this idiot has decided to pawn it off. Your what do you call it? Out of character.
Arcane
the
focus.
He has pawned off the focus and a page, apparently, from the Idiot's Guide to Necromancy.
And you bring him to me as what? A snitch?
No.
Where's the
I wish
focus?
to ask if... Oh no, I was asking if you wanted to do anything, because I know someone who will do something to him. If not,
Where's the focus?
fine. Walking out the
Ask
door.
him.
What did you do with the focus? He looks exceedingly terrified. I sold it in order to pay my student debt. She looks at him. Well, it's for a good cause, but I need it back. You all, go retrieve it.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Walking out the door.
Hold on.
Yeah.
He is selling stuff from the school
She looks at you.
people out there.
Are you
and
trying
you're
to
perfectly
talk
fine with
back to
this?
me?
Yes, I am.
She just holds up a
in the
hand
bond.
and she turns away from you.
Oh no.
Fine.
It-
She's
In
just
the
gonna turn
bond,
heel and walk away.
In the bond, Kier will ask, at what point did we think talking with this woman was a good idea?
I don't
thought
know,
she was
probably when we
doing
needed
something.
King Page.
Right, but I mean like after we found Harry Potter here.
Who
Like,
is
it's-
Harry Potter?
Nerdy McNerderson, the point is she's not interested in helping us. She's interested in getting what she wants.
No. What I'm
GM Eric, would
Yes?
the bag that I swiped off of Karthus that he pawned stuff to, would that have had the something that looked like this focus in it?
So, yes, it does.
Oh.
I'm gonna look through my bag and see if it's in there.
Okay.
my little gem bag.
You look and you can easily find the crystalline focus in the bag that you currently have on your person.
Hooray!
She's gonna pull it out and present it. I guess look down for the lady.
She looks over at you. That easy.
Well, nobody asked,
Apparently.
but here it is.
Thank you. Here's the ledger. She gives you the ledger.
Well, Lucy's gonna take the ledger and turn around and try and flip through it to find the entry for the Idiot's Book to Necromancy.
Yep, Magus Ephron Kale is the one who checked it out.
And she's gonna tap the book and say, "Yep, Mr. Kale has it. So now we just have to find him."
She takes her ledger back. Thank you for your assistance. I will deal with this
Tyrannus just dragged him out of the room.
disgrace. Tyro's going to drag him out of the room?
As soon as she said, "Get the focus," Tyrannus turned around and has been dragging him to Velmara.
And Elvania has been following Tim.
Okay. All right. So, you guys drag him to Velmara.
Well, Tyrannus does. The other guys don't have to. Oh wait, you guys. Sorry, right. Plural. Sorry. Small one.
All
Yep.
What
right.
about me?
So,
You're with Tyrannus.
is anyone going with him and Albania?
I'm with Lou.
You're with Lou. Lou.
Yeah, I'm not.
You're not?
Lou is gonna
Okay.
think about, because she knows Magus Kale, and she's gonna try and remember the places he likes to frequent and
Okay.
go and find him.
All right.
Mhm.
Cool. So we're going to split the party. Awesome.
Here, I think since he was talking with Zoya and Tyronius, would be with them, I guess.
Okay. Grenek, are you with Zoya and Tyro, or are you with Lucy and Matilda?
I would stay with Lucy and Matilda because I didn't realize the other two, or I guess three at this point, had started slipping away.
Very well. And
But it
Heckin.
wasn't slipping away. It was dragging a man, kicking and
Heckin.
screaming.
Heckin is looking for books on, or any adventuring party job requests that might be around.
Okay.
Looking for work. Gotcha.
Looking for group.
Understood. You go look
She's
for
annoyed at
books.
how the party is treating this person who's just trying to get an education,
Yep,
and has said so.
understood. So, Tyro, you drag him over to Velmara. What's going on?
Just, I wanted to inquire, is it legal on school property for items to be sold?
She looks at you. Of course.
If items are taken off of the school property and sold then?
Is there something
Especially
I
if-
can help you with? You're being very vague.
Sorry,
Seems
My thoughts are
spectacles. Seems spectacles over here sold a page of the Idiot's Guide to Necromancy, not the whole book.
Is this true? He nods shyly. Leave him to me. And she's going to take care of the situation.
Yeah.
All right.
Tyrannus just walking back.
Do we want to tell her about the arcane focus too?
No, that's Instructor Dawn's business.
All right.
All right. So, as those two are going to handle their business, the rest of the party, you guys are going in search of the Magus?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You are able to go and find him fairly easily at his favorite sandwich shop.
Let's check.
He's currently got a pastrami on rye and a little jus off to the side.
What's a jus?
It's a
It's
go ahead.
It's a dipping sauce, like a broth that you dip the sandwich in.
He smiles as Lucy's approaching. Lou, dear, nice to see you again. And friends?
Yes, some friends were studying, and I was hoping to enlighten them on some of the things that we learned in our courses. But it turns out you took the book that I need to share. Would you mind?
He looks at you. Lou, we want to share that book?
Not the whole thing, just like 2 pages, but I think it'd be better if I had the actual reference
See,
material.
the last time we hung out, these are friends.
Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Friend, and she's gonna think for a minute and confirm that the book that we're talking about is the same book, because I feel like maybe we're not on the same page about the book.
He's not on the same page with you at all. He's thinking about the
hey.
last book that you and he studied together with friends.
She's like, oh no, not that one. No.
Oh,
the
my
Idiot's
mistake.
Guide to
my-
Necromancy.
Oh, I'm sorry. My mistake. A scholastic book, not in referencing biology.
Yes. No.
Understood.
Maybe with a tall one, but no.
He looks at you. Minotaurs. Not one to judge, but do be careful. They say that once you mess with the bull, you may get the horns.
Well, I'm hoping.
He smiles at
Out
you.
of character,
What?
out of character because I'm not there. I thought Granok was a Leonin.
Yes, but
Correct.
Matilda is a minotaur.
Is a minotaur. She's
Oh.
taller.
Okay, I got confused because you said minotaurs.
He looked at you, Lucy. So, is there something specific I can help you with? Do sit down. French fry?
Oh, don't mind if I do. And she will take a French fry. She's like, yeah. So
He gestures to chairs for the
looking-
other people.
Take a seat.
Help yourselves.
looking for the Idiot's Guide to Necromancy.
Shh. That's a dark book, Lou. Serious stuff. More French fries for my friends. And a waiter will come by after a few moments with a large basket and a garlic aioli.
Alright, you got me. Garlic aioli sounds so good right now.
That's so
my
good.
God.
I went with the wrong party.
This is how Eric distracts us from completing the mission with food.
How he distracts me from taking notes, you son of a bitch. I fantasize about food instead.
Jenny Kimberly, the Minotaur, will sniff it and, ooh, smells good.
Help yourselves. They have an all-you-can-eat fry basket here. It's excellent.
I just can't. Fried foods give me indigestion.
Oh, such a shame. Well, you don't mind if I do you?
Not at all.
And he will hand you his sandwich. His half-eaten sandwich.
To Jenny?
Leave
Yeah.
it there. I'm just gonna leave it there.
You're just gonna leave it the half-eaten
That is
pastrami on rye?
gross. That is gross. All soggy with au jus. No, thank you.
Okay, for the record, as a foodie, I'm offended. Because that's
Half
good.
eaten.
Doesn't
We are
matter.
not. I am not sharing indirect anything with that guy.
So,
Also, as a foodie, once I put it down, I don't want to grab it again. But until I do, I don't care. That's a soggy.
yep. So, exactly how can I help? You're looking for the book?
I am looking for the book. The archivist wants us to find it so we can get it back into where it needs to be in the restricted section. But I also need to reference it really quick for some of my studies.
Oh, really? Can I get a deception check? Because you do not intend to return it.
Well. Oh no.
He's going to
Wait,
raise his
wait.
eyebrow at you.
That's a little better.
Did you use inspiration from someone?
Yes. No, I had inspiration.
Okay, you used your inspiration. Very well. So Lucy's inspiration.
Yeah, everyone but me and
goes away.
now Lou don't have inspiration. No, it has inspiration.
I have Zoya, Lucy, and Tyra without inspiration at the moment.
Well, yeah.
So, he looks at you. Well, what's the harm in that? After all, you're an accomplished necromancer. You passed my classes. Flying colors, I believe.
Mhm.
That trick with that skeleton. Oh. You know they managed to actually mount it on the wall.
Really? I should go check it out.
How's
How's it look?
He smiles as lewd as ever.
Amazing. Perfect. I love that.
I like to take the new students in there so that they can see what can be done. After all, Animate Dead is so fun when you can see the skeletal structure in motion.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a great way to learn anatomy, actually.
Indeed. For the record, this story, we don't need to go into full details, but during your studies of necromancy, Lou, you, according to this guy's lore, created an animated pair of skeletons who are going through various motions in a pre-programmed loop.
Perfect. This checks out.
And,
Oh, so they're doing all 46 stances of the book, I see.
yes.
Some people are better visual learners.
He goes, of course. After all, it takes a good instructor to teach others. I'm very glad that our relationship has allowed me to learn from your example.
I'm so happy about that. I'm so glad to hear it.
It's a healthy relationship when you don't have to participate with each other and simply learn from each other's examples.
Yes. It's a lot neater too, I think.
Yes. Cleaner for sure. as he pops a French fry into his mouth.
And she's gonna drag one through the aioli and then pop it into her mouth.
He raises an eyebrow. So,
She's gonna smile innocently and say, "The book."
yes. No. I suppose. You see, it's in my office.
Okay.
If you'd like, we can
Do
go
you
and
not
get
want to
it.
go back?
Well, I was finishing my lunch as he reaches
Oh, that's
over in
true.
front of Jenny Kimberly and picks up the pastrami on rye and takes another bite. Are you not hungry, miss? He pulls a Denethor on this sandwich.
Not particularly. Had a big breakfast.
I haven't rewatched the third movie lately. What's pulling a Denethor?
Disgusting
like an animal.
eating,
He is
slurping
and
juices falling into his beard.
chewing
It's
with his
disgusting.
mouth open. Yeah.
Ah, understood. Thank you. Carry on.
Thoroughly enjoying the food to the point where his beard will be shiny with the grease from the sandwich.
Lord.
What?
No, out of character. Sorry.
He will after
Just 'cause
finishing.
sometimes that happens to Aqua, and I'm like, boy, please.
I was gonna say, hey,
Oh,
can you
no.
look for oil?
Yes.
As someone who
Honestly,
has
after
a
reading it.
very long beard, it happens, and we have to clean our beards.
There's a difference of it naturally happens and you're enjoying yourself and forcing it to happen, though.
Right.
Mhm.
In this guy's case, he's trying to get through the meal quickly so that he can help you guys out.
Plus, he probably learns prestidigitation because that's a quick way to get it out.
He reaches over for a napkin and wipes his beard, as opposed to using magic, because napkins exist.
Yeah. Potato, potato.
You gotta bask in the afterglow of your meal. Come on now.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So he stands up. Come with me. And he's going to walk you guys through, and you'll see Heckin over there looking for some kind of board of listing of adventurers wanted. You'll see Tyro and Zoya currently recovering from having left your recalcitrant individual at the information desk. Do you guys go and collect them on the way, or do you want to just bypass them?
I think that Lucy for now will bypass them, but kind of give them the just hang out for a minute. We'll be right back. Hand wave behind
Okay.
her back.
Cool. All right. Well, he's going to take you to his office. And as you guys approach the office, the door is black. There are skulls and bones and death motifs all over it.
I
Matilda
dig it.
and Grenek, as you guys approach this door, there's a feeling of uneasiness that is going to wash over you guys. Like something is wrong about this office. In spite of this guy's very casual bearing, this feels unnatural. As if you are about to enter the lair of a cult. A horrible crawling sensation is going to shiver down your spines as you approach the door. Lucy, it sends a thrill through you.
Of course.
You always liked visiting his office just because you get the same sensation every single time. Matilda, Granek, is there anything you'd like to do before going into the office as he's unlocking the door?
If I don't see Lou overly reacting, I'm not gonna overly freak out. She seems like she actually knows this person and is not freaking out. So,
Lucy,
had
what's your reaction to the situation? Are you shivering? Is there a visible reaction to the situation that Greta could pick up on?
I think that while the professor's opening the door, she's probably doing that thing where she's got her hands behind her back and she's kind of rocking on her heels, almost excitedly.
Okay.
She has not said anything about distress or like she's not being nervous about it, so I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
Apprehensive, but not worried.
Matilda, anything you'd like to do?
I'm looking to Greenock for guidance on this one. Like, does he know something? Does he look like he knows things? Like, we're entering cult territory? Maybe that's a religion thing? Hint, hint.
The best you get from me is make eye contact, a
Greenock's not
fairly
looking
weak
concerned.
shrug, and then a head nod towards Lou. Is like she's not freaking out.
Alright.
Matilda, do you trust Lucy as a judge of character?
I trust Greenock as a judge of character. I think Lou is flexible enough that she's able to get herself in and out of trouble and has been in a lot of places where sane and or wise people would not go.
That's a valid interpretation. As he finishes opening the
Here we are
door,
as well, Matilda. Yet here we are.
as he finishes opening the door, the skulls in the door, all of their mouths open and their eyes flare with purple light. And he smiles. What? What'd you say?
So shiny.
So shiny?
He
Yes.
said it sounds pretty.
It is pretty. In this macabre, dark, cultish sort of way.
And terrifying.
Oh,
It's pretty terrifying.
He opens the door. It opens silently on a very modest, fairly mundane looking office, except for the myriad of skulls and bones, and over to the side, a pair of squirrel skeletons. The squirrel skeletons are in a cage, Grenek and Matilda. And these two squirrel skeletons are performing acts that should not be possible. You see your science project, Lucy, with pride.
Are they supposed to turn themselves inside out like that?
Matilda, as you ask that question, you realize, yes, they are. And what these squirrels are doing are things that Renariel has tried to perform with you.
I should.
This is gonna go over. It's gonna go over and like look at them and ask, "Did you ever name them Professor Kale, or are they still just 1 and 2?"
Kept the names 1 and 2.
Fair enough.
Couldn't bring myself to name them otherwise. After all, I was always just worried that someone might come in and have the names of one of the two squirrels.
Ooh, that's a fair point.
But, you needed a book. Did you want to take them with you, or may I still keep them?
Oh, you can still keep them. I'll have to come and visit you more often, though.
He smiles. I'd like that. And if you learn any new behaviors for them, we could always add to their programming.
Ooh, yes. I might have some new ones up my sleeve, but I'll come back when I have a larger repertoire than just 1 or 2.
Lou, you don't wear sleeves.
Oh, that's true. She's just gonna chuckle and like, wave her hand at him like, "Oh, you."
And he's going to reach beneath his desk and pull out a large tome that is bound in human flesh with a face on the front of it.
Facebook.
As he gives you the Facebook, here's the book. Please, Lou.
I super appreciate this, Professor.
Do return it when you can.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you remember the words to be able to open it? Because the lock is still programmed the same way as it had been.
Do I remember the... Is this history?
Lucy, do you know the words?
Can I roll history to see if I remember?
I'm going to simply ask if you know the words to open the Necronomicon.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. He asks, do you remember them? And he's going to lean forward to have you whisper them in his ear. Lucy, what are the words to open the Necronomicon?
Out of character, I have no idea. In character.
Oh, does anyone know the correct words?
I do.
What are the correct
Tell
words,
me.
Matilda?
Klaatu Barata Niktu.
That is correct.
I was like, I have the Necromonomnom, that's about it.
So, as you do not need to roll history because player knowledge is fine for this. You guys now have the Idiot's Guide to Necromancy. He gives you a nice pat on the shoulder. Be good if you can. And try to avoid using anything larger than squirrels for your next science experiment.
Absolutely. Maybe something smaller
Yes,
to see how I can get the details going.
he leans in. It took a long time to disassemble the bison.
Well, perhaps sugar gliders this time.
He smiles. Perhaps so. And he
And she
will
will-
usher you out of the room.
Book in hand, she will turn to everyone with her and say, okay, that's book 3. Now what?
Chop anyone's fingers off to get that?
Now we go
Well,
turn them in.
Not yet.
Has it got
Damn it.
all the pages?
no, because it's still
What?
missing the one from... Well, we're not outside yet. So when we get outside, Lucy will hold up the book and say, we've got most of the book. I don't know where the last page would be. If it got treated to Karthus and if it's in any of the stuff I swiped
No,
off of
this
him.
is fine. This is fine. She didn't ask for the entire book. She just asked for the book. She never specified that all the pages has to be inside. This is fine.
Are you guys going to go and collect Tyro and Kier and Hekin and Zoya?
Yes.
All right. So you find Hekin first. Hekin, as they approach you, they are carrying a very large book. And by large book, it is 2 foot by 3 foot and has a human face on the front of it.
We need to put this thing in a bag.
Bag of holding offered.
Okay?
Will it fit?
It will fit.
Hooray!
Hekin, Matilda, Granak, and Lucy are approaching you. You have not found a looking for group listing here.
No, my head is down on a table. Taro is with me.
I'm so
A lot
sorry.
of RP has happened in the chat.
Okay,
Kier was also there with you.
all right, let's see. The RP that happened here. Goodness gracious, guys. All right.
A lot of RP happened while I was taking notes.
Moral dilemmas.
So Kier stands back no more. He's focused on the conversation at hand. Maybe there's some kind of log. The mental link has it. You can read through later. Tyro is staring at the wall. Hekin waves back and smiles over the link. Don't kill too many of the little people before lunch. Zoya looks Concerned, Kier attempts to think something over the link while looking at Hecken, then realizing it's not up, frantically gestures at himself, still in the visage of a female elf, and looks slightly more panicked than usual. Hecken gives Kier a thumbs up, points to her ears and shakes her head, then puts her head down on the table. Tyro looks around as the motions happen. You cut the link then? Why? He asks Hecken. Hecken sighs and mumbles through the table, because I need to think, not talk. Matilda Kip looks incredibly uncomfortable. Tyro, I know the feeling. Hecken, and because Matilda rightly pointed out that chat over the link at the same time as real world chat shenanigans is bad. Hecken, and I'm not sure I can keep my mouth shut. Kier mimes pulling his own hair out before throwing his hands up and crossing his arms with a huff, a motion that looks strangely natural on the seeming. He seems looking the direction the rest of the party went with a concerned expression, brow furrowed. Awesome. So Lucy, Granak, and Matilda are rejoining these 4 characters.
Mm-hmm.
You see this scene of a disturbed and strangely perturbed group of 4 adventurers here.
Alright, let's get out of here. I'm gonna cast non-ritually telepathic bond.
Okay.
And get up and over the bond say, I hope no more than one person had to lose fingers for that book.
Over the bond, Lucy will respond, nobody lost any fingers, actually. We just had a nice conversation. And I saw my old science project and my old professor, and we've got the book. No big deal.
You made a science project?
Mm-hmm. I did study here.
I did not know that. What was the science project?
Squirrel skeletons.
Squirrel.
Mashing squirrel skeletons. Or
It's
is
a
it
matching set of squirrels.
It's a matching set of squirrel skeletons smashing.
Yes.
That is a tongue twister. Please say that normally.
Nope. I did
Oh,
it
darn
once successfully. Writing the success. Ready to leave
Okay.
the Grand Library?
Well,
Mhm.
Hecken,
Gladly.
and again, I'll be speaking over the bond because Kier's pretending to be mute while in the body of a female elf. He'll say, well, before we leave the library, Hecken, was there anything you wanted to do about the wizard? The one probably losing fingers.
He's not losing fingers.
What's happening to him?
I gave
He's
him
probably
to
just gonna get
Velmara.
scolded.
You gave him to the person who turned him into a newt the first time. What's the next punishment? We just saw a guy get stabbed to death in front of us
That was-
yesterday.
That was not Velmara, though. And
I was like getting stabbed for an actual crime versus a petty crime in a library. It's entirely different.
also
I don't
Velmara-
agree with it, but
First off, Velmara cast a polymorph that was a bit stronger than normal the first time, and yet she returned him to normal form, and she's been kind. She gets angry, but she knows how to handle the root cause of a problem, rather than just flashing out from the symptom. At least that's what I remember.
Listen, I'm not as concerned about what happened specifically to that wizard who I don't know. I'm concerned about whether any of you care about what happens to that wizard who I don't know and who we don't know and who seems to just be trying to struggle through life and get through things. All the people I've seen you put your powerful skills about killing people and that can kill people and that can put them into horrible danger and can resolve them have all been directed towards arseholes in power. So now I'm starting to wonder if that was just an accident and there just hadn't been a little nerdy wizard in your way up to this
No.
point.
Of course I care about what happens to him. And not in the way of, I hope he gets killed or something. If I wanted to, I could have handed him over to any number of the authorities and actually get him expelled. But no, he's trying his best. It is not working for him. And he needs to try something different. I also know that I care about him because that's me. This whole thing is me. I'm trying to unfuck myself because I blasted something that supposedly, looking at Jenny, blasted a hole in the wall and ripped a man in 3 pieces. I do not want any of the students in this college to be subject to unjustified karma, I guess would be the term. What he did was stupid again, but not beyond redemption. And again, Felmara is a very smart woman. She will probably help him address the root cause. He just puts his head in his hands. I'm tired. I want to go home. I just... Anyway. Yes, I do care. Let's go. I'm just gonna start walking. Tyrannus is just gonna start walking.
Second. How do you feel after that response?
I will cast a message to Tyro alone.
Okay.
Thank you for explaining. I never doubted you. Now it makes more sense. Your actions. And I will also get up and start walking.
Okay.
You're just gonna hear a very, like, mm-hmm.
And out of character, it makes Hacken feel good that the person she thinks has a conscience and was just acting out, I guess, in the moment, and was taking him to someone that he trusts to do the right thing.
Well,
Okay.
you can roll an insight check if you really want to. There'll be more deeper, and I'll explain it to you. But yeah.
And
I don't have insight.
Yeah, I think we would just go with what's currently here. Were you trying to deceive Hecken?
No,
Then
not at all.
we're just going to accept it as it is.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't need to roll
I mean
insight if
the
there's
insight
not.
check.
Yeah, there's
Sorry,
no.
I meant an insight check as any deeper meaning. My mistake.
No,
I'm sorry.
There's no need for that.
Okay.
All right.
Kira will ask over the bond. So we got the book. Did we get the page?
We don't need the page.
I fear we do.
Why do you think that?
Because she didn't ask for it?
But technically speaking, I'm just gonna shut up now. I'm gonna shut up.
I mean, alright, here's my concern, right? Technically, when you ask for a book, like, alright, you want the whole book, right? You've asked for the book. That's the whole thing, right? Second, you really think she's gonna care? Like, whether or not she technically asked for that last page?
Knock would also be a gust to have a book without all of his pages.
I mean, think
It's
about
personal
this.
now.
Over the bond. Think about this, Kier. You know that I'm Fae, and wording means a lot when striking a deal. If she did not mention the whole book, then she's probably not going to get the whole book,
Alright.
and that's on her fault.
So, you might be Faye, and Kier will lean down to Zoya, still talking over the mental link. I'm a criminal. Ex-criminal. I know how criminals think. And if that lady was my captain, and she gives very similar vibes, and I tried to bring her back a book without a page in it that she specifically asked me to bring, I wouldn't have a jaw.
I can solve this real quick for everyone. Show of hands who's willing to risk Tyro's organs over one page.
Eric.
I don't have my
I
camera
mean, Hecken
on,
is
but-
already mad at me, so
but real easy automatic determination of we're probably gonna go get the page unless you're willing to risk Tyro's organs.
Yeah, Kier keeps his hand down. He's not willing to risk the organs.
What
Like
about
Lucy
the
starts to put her
pianos?
hand up, sees that nobody else has put their hand up, and like puts her hand back down.
We know you're here, Shirley.
That's peer pressure in action.
No, Lucy. Speak your truth. We know you're here for Neve.
Lucy shrugs and say, "Well, in a worst case scenario, we just tell her, oh no, we didn't realize there was a missing page. We'll go get it. Maybe she doesn't even need that page. As it is, I'm gonna get chewed out because I know I'm not bringing this book back to Professor Kale, and I like him."
I'm torn between like my sense of maybe Lucy it does have a point, but my sense of narrative timing says ain't gonna work. But that's not Kier. That's me. Kier doesn't know what narrative timing is.
By the way, I'll wait until you're done.
Okay. So, Tyro's going to go check with Velmara as to what happened?
Well, he's gonna at least see what's going on.
Sure.
Like,
you go
what
over
is
and
she-
check with her. And he's missing. He's not here as you approach the desk.
So what did you do? So where is he? Do you mind if I
I do mind. After all, private matters are private matters. He is fine.
Good. Sorry for how brash I was before.
She
It's just-
reaches out with a hand to touch yours, passing through the seaming. She smiles at you. You always have been. You have always been impetuous and flying off the handle. You must learn control. After all, it's why we never got together.
Yeah.
You're spontaneous, Tim. And that's exciting for some. But for others, we want reliability. We want to know that the person we are with can be counted upon to be who they are and not stick their nose in other people's business. She gives you a pat, going right through the seaming again.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful.
I'm sorry. Thank you. It'll be better. If I ever stick my face into you, just make sure. Make sure if I.
Be careful not to say anything you'll regret, because I will follow through on your statements, Tim. She's looking at you dead serious. If you say something that she's supposed to do next time she sees you, she's going to do it.
Just make sure I can come back here as myself, as my true self.
She looks at you. That may never happen. But there's always hope. And you cannot kill hope. She gives you a wink.
God damn it, why did you have to...
She turns in her chair, and you realize the conversation is over.
He just leaves?
Okay. And as you guys leave the Grand Library, is there anything you want to do before leaving? Anybody else? No. All right.
Nope, I've spoke my piece and I'm sick of this place.
Cool. As you guys leave the Grand Library, you have the 3 books that you came here for. You have solved the issue of collecting the items you need in order to prevent Tyronis' spleen and other organs from being consumed by a Rakshasa. We'll figure out what exactly happens with that situation next week on the Friday Night Lights.
Woohoo!
As always, guys, thank you so much for choosing me to be your GM. There's a ton of amazing ones out there, and I'm eternally thankful you choose me to be yours. Do watch the FY channel in Discord. Check out the Patreon over at patreon.com/GMEric. Check out the YouTube channel where we have the podcasts, GM tips, and archives. If you do watch those, do hit the thumbs up on them. It does help me out a ton. And we have the clip contest going on. Speaking of the clip contest, we are going to be doing the drawing for a set of Mosaba Edition dice. And
Nice.
the dice are based off of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to roll 1d7. 1d7 because I only had 7 entries last month.
Oh
Come on,
my.
guys, we're slipping.
Tyronius, you have won yourself a set of Mosaba dice.
God damn!
Oh,
So
Nice.
Is that 2 in a row?
Congratulations.
that will be going out to you. So we will have another
Oh, good.
contest in May. Get those clips in there if you want to be entered to win another really cool prize at the end of the month. Otherwise, guys, have a wonderful night. Please stay safe. We will be back tomorrow morning with Us Against the Gods, as they are here in Shatter Shaddai and are looking for an audience with the Sultan.